That's a very noble goal.
We are now live. So, it is up to session number 114, or Phase 3, Season 2, Episode 6. It is game date of the 15th of the 4th month, 1011. Which is a...
So 1011?
It is a full moon day, start of the week sort of thing. I'm sure I've got that there, yep. Everything's sort of getting cleaned up as I go, so that means that it is still the day of festivals. So many things happening on this day in Norvik.
Okay.
It is the considered one of the days of romance. Not necessarily wanted romance, but romance nevertheless. As it, I believe, one of the goddesses of love doesn't really require it to be two-way.
Oh, okay.
Amusingly, while it has romance and all that sort of stuff, it also has obsession. So it can be quite funny which goddess you pray to may completely change the outcome of your whole romantic experience.
I feel there should be like a segue or a flashback to Zal and Val.
Yeah, that's the goddess of stalkers.
Yeah.
Though there was also the PCs who decided to make amends with themselves, put together a picnic meal, and then shared a love potion without realizing it was a love potion.
So it is a day of love, is it?
It is a day of romance.
Of romance.
Mm-hmm. Which means that people romance each other. Sometimes it's reciprocated. Other times it's like, what's happening?
Calcrix has...
How much do we know this? Like, because we're strangers in Norvik.
Which means you're probably on the high desirable, let's romance the stranger side of things.
Okay.
When the summations and all that are finished, I'll see if I can have a chat with Fei Ree about how to celebrate such a day.
Okay.
This is going to cause issues.
I'm just writing it down as Norvik, Day of Unrequited Love.
Well, it also has the most proposals on that day than any other day of the year. Yep. In all the cultures around the world.
Didn't say number of engagements, the number of proposals.
Yes, I pick my words carefully.
Yep.
So, online at the moment we have Ross.
Yes, I play Yodri, the lovable swashbuckling halfling, who has been currently studying about his cult, or the cult that he's belonging to, and trying to work out a way of not becoming the cult's leader, as some party members have decided on. That's what they wanted to do.
Well, only one.
I don't know.
You didn't want to do it.
Rather than a matter of fate, perhaps.
A consequence of a mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also failing to remember what came before. So, when asked a question, don't always say yes before figuring out what the answer means. And yes, I have tripped up many a player doing that. Do you want this? How about this? How about this? And it's yes, and oh crap. At the table today, we have Gary.
Hello everyone, I'm playing Anton, a human Trelladaran warlock, who, by the way, doesn't have anything against Drazzle, likes Drazzle quite a lot, and rejects the whole concept that he's in any way somehow nemesis or fate or something, which I think is a completely ridiculous idea how that could possibly ever get any traction. It's so ridiculous I can't even call it slander.
Though it did come from Drazzle.
Did it come from... Seriously, Drazzle?
Is one of the reasons he said that there's no more you in any other of the worlds, because in any of the worlds, other worlds, he's either killed you or you've killed him and the world's been destroyed because of it.
Oh, really? I thought it was a completely different reason why I'm dead in every other timeline.
It's basically you or him, and it's bad either way.
That's ridiculous. Look, I've
That's what
got
he said,
nothing.
it's
I've
bad
got,
either
I've
way
got
for
nothing
you.
against. I got nothing against you, and because you can manipulate time, I don't see how I could possibly do anything against you.
Patrons can break things.
Okay.
Patrons mess with everything.
Okay.
And he sort of points back to why you're a wanted criminal.
Well, yeah, I know that's true. It's true, but we don't. I try not to talk about that bit.
Dressel can't fix that.
I know you can't fix that, but you know all about it. You probably know more about it than I do.
Dressel does know all about that. Dressel will not want to talk about that.
Yeah, neither do I. So we're in agreement. No cause for conflict whatsoever. And just for the record, I actually like him.
And he hasn't done anything nasty to you, so.
I know.
But he did tell you, which means that as of now he's told you at some point there will be a confrontation.
Oh my god.
Could be an argument.
Because of him being so tied to prophecy, if he states an event, it has to happen.
Well, it may happen in hundreds of years' time.
He does know that.
Okay. We'll schedule it for 300 years from today. How about that?
No, don't put a time limit on it.
Okay, 3,000?
Because if you time travel, you might just end up at that exact time you've stated.
Okay, all right.
Because that's how prophecy works. It
Okay.
messes with you at every opportunity.
All right. Well, let's just end this conversation because it's only making things worse.
Any conversation with Dressel.
Why does this start sounding a bit like Highlander? There can be only one.
Literally.
Yep.
And if it's not Dressel, then the world ends.
That sort of means that you're like.
That means that you're the Kurgan.
Can we all just acknowledge that that death is not final in D&D? Like, this is not...
And the amusing thing is, I don't think anyone else kills you in those storylines.
Really?
Yeah.
I just thought it was because of all the things I'd done. It was just so easy for something to go wrong, he dies. Something go wrong, he dies.
Yes, but your patron might keep bringing you back until you have that final confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And it's in your patron's best interest for you to win.
Makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
You signed up for a deal with this
I did not sign up for a deal.
You
This
should
is
read the
different.
fine print before you...
If you took the powers, you signed up for the deal.
You see, this is the point. I remember this part of the events. I didn't actually sign up to become a warlock. That was a byproduct.
You needed assistance. Assistance was provided, and this was the fallout of the assistance.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
the fallout of the assistance.
That
I
sounds
think
like
this
a
is
legally
the same
binding
way you
contract
became
to
the
me.
leader of the Black Earth cult.
Yeah. Similar way.
Yeah, D&D doesn't seem to have a meeting of the minds prerequisite for a contract to be established. You both made an agreement, and the terms were to be discussed at a later point.
The more demonic the people involved, the less words have to be used. It can even just be a shrug in the direction can be acceptance.
Acknowledgement.
Which then brings us to Izzy.
Hey, I'm playing Iseldir, who is a Wood Elf Druid. She will very shortly be meeting the party after falling foul of a Fae who she now owes favours, so she's helping. That's how these things work.
Yes.
So,
So, no more Fairy?
she's somewhere.
Okay.
She hasn't told me. She gave me directions to come and assist the group.
Okay.
With a few notes, she
yeah.
will approach.
Inside each stomach.
Oh, there
I
goes
think
my
it-
idea for the Day of Romance.
The Isildur will first turn to
Calbricks.
Mavericks.
Okay.
Today.
I
I
can
turn
do
to
worse.
Calbricks and bow and say it's an honor to meet you and offer you a cup of coffee.
Oh, well,
As a sign of respect to the dragons.
this is the perfect way to introduce oneself to Catholics. This is the peak of gifts for her as far as she's concerned. It's at the top of the pyramid. Coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee.
Respect the draconic.
Yeah.
Follow
But
tradition.
is it a good enough type of coffee? Is it a good enough beans and all that? Is it up to standard?
Well,
You don't be a connoisseur. You better judge these things.
I will taste the coffee and look at the gin.
It's
and check that
decaffeinated.
I don't have to roll
No.
anything to determine this.
It's really nice coffee.
Oh, in that case, it is one of the best coffees she's ever had. You know, the best friend for life.
Excellent.
How are you at playing pranks?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
It's not something I'm willing to learn.
He always wants to jump off while he's got his claw cooked.
They
Like,
could
yes, I'll jump and then
make a
drop.
similar offering to Drazzle and Cookie, but he
Well, Eve will always accept cookies.
He just, goes all around the cookie.
Yep.
And you hear this bone cracking noise as he eats the cookie.
Okay. Calbrick gives a very concerned look towards Eve and makes a mental note that she's going to have to fast forward that talk to the Queen of Darkness. To possibly from sooner rather than later to possibly right now. So speaking of which, I play Calbricks. I don't know how seeable this will be to a camera. As they say, the white dragon with the jazz wings.
Yep, you can see it.
Well, mostly white, but just ignore all the black and blue scales that she's got, the tips of her horns and along her spine. They do not indicate patronage or following of gods other than the Great One, the Great One being the dragon god, the black and blue scales, well, possibly linked to other gods that shall not be mentioned, could it also be linked to, I don't know, just elements and have absolutely nothing to do with.
There's even one ruby scale in there as well.
There's a ruby scale.
I think they're stylish.
Very magical items.
I think they're stylish
Oh,
highlights rather than anything else. You know, they're stylish highlights. They accentuate
Yes,
your form. You know,
This is a fashion trend, not an indication of allegiance.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what she's going with. Accompanying her is her once adorable but now growing more scary, edging towards terrifying friend Eve, who started out as being a little plant-like creature that only said Eve, but now says, by gone, death to the infidels, failed ranger, and what was the latest one that she learned? It wasn't,
I'm not sure.
it wasn't Mistress of the Burn, I'm fairly sure.
No, that's what you wanted her to say.
No, we don't want her to say that because the said mistress, she's got enough self-confidence and
Doesn't need any more encouragement.
doesn't need any more encouragement whatsoever to burn anything.
Does Eve still hand out lots of cookies?
It does.
Okay,
From
that
a
hasn't changed.
magical bag.
Okay, that hasn't changed.
But they have learnt that Eve has a lot of strength.
Mm. It's the magical bag that I'm really fascinated by, because that's got to be the most powerful magic item I've ever seen. It's material creation.
Considering most bags of holding, the food becomes inedible when it enters.
That's true. I was also thinking that, how you could use that.
Unless it's tuned.
Unless you choose, that's something I added.
I read that. I actually remember.
Did you like it? though Ross's bag, Paul's bag has been updated slightly, so it's now an actual artifact.
Yeah, is that the one that's a rogue's bag? Yeah. I didn't realise there were two different ones, so I copied one and then got rid of the old one. So I put rogue's bag in, and they were I haven't got rogue's bag. Mine's just an ordinary one.
So rogue's bag is an instance of the bag of holding, and each one has something specific there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we also now have online M.
The failed ranger. Josh isn't here. I'm fulfilling our duty.
Bit premature, but that's okay. We got there. I play Zal, your ever-lovable cleric wizard.
Failed ranger. Sorry, it took me a little while.
Yes, we had quite fun adventures in the Fire Temple the other day, where we basically just asked for directions, and that was it. And before that, we had the
well, technically, you actually made a wish off a genie, and were granted a wish that didn't really help you, except for parting of some clouds that were obscuring things from the forges that they were doing, and so he actually spent a genie's wish on parting some clouds.
Yep.
Oh,
Look behind you.
I mean, there's worse things you could do.
Goes with Gary's nuts.
thank you.
There's worse things you can do. Yes. I'm not sure where we are at the moment, but I have.
You're in the place you've been for the last 3-4 sessions.
Norvik.
All of
If I recall,
the town.
you woke up to a axe beak staring down at you.
That's
what
right.
My notes less said.
Yeah.
That's right. My axe beak said coffee or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep. And then we ended the session.
Yay.
So would you like to introduce your Axebeak to remind everyone of just how horrified you are about it actually talking still?
Yes, so Chocobo is growing leaps and bounds recently. So my pet Axebeak, who I have trained since a little hatchling to be a murder machine, who murdered all the couriers for the scrolls we are currently working our way through.
Yep.
Well, they refused to give up their scroll, so I believe your bird took them.
Right. So he thinks he did a fantastic job by helping the party. Meanwhile, we have had, I think, other party members eat dead bodies. I think that's what happened, or something like that. This is supposed to be more PG, but whatever. My accent is certainly not on the PG level.
Sorry, I can barely
I've
hear
got
the
Artemis.
He says your Axebeak is definitely not on the PG level.
No.
I got Artemis and Atlas, who are my Celestial Warhorse and my Griffin, comparatively. And I am probably in the shit with Artemis right now, but that's fine.
I was going to say, are we introducing all of your animal companions or just the main 3?
I don't think we have that long left in the session.
That's
I have more than 3.
That's what I mean, main 3.
Okay, so...
I have more than 3?
Yeah, you've got like extra griffins.
Zala,
Oh no, yeah, that's right. But they
Have you
usually
forgotten
owned
about
by
the animals you've acquired along the way?
Technically, those other griffins are owned by the
Minions.
Knights?
who follow me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Your minions.
My minions, and who occasionally let us borrow them to travel with party members.
given the number of animal followers you have, Zal, I think failed ranger is not appropriate. It's like sort of saying you could say you've gone beyond ranger.
Animal tamer. monster tamer. I don't know, because like at this point, half of them are monsters.
And we
No,
end up
don't-
putting this little baseball cap on him and calling him Ash.
Yeah. I think calling them
I gotta
monsters
catch.
is a
I
bit
gotta
harsh.
catch a ball.
Okay, so last session, quick rundown again. You had just finished going through the fire temple and meeting the objective with the wish of a Ifriti, which didn't actually go bad, but didn't really provide much benefit either. So I think for a wish from a evil creature, it was a fairly benign wish.
Yeah, my boys were pretty good actually.
Would have been worse.
As I said, there's worse things you could have wished for, or easier things you could have wished for, which would have backlashed completely in our asses later on.
I am sure completely. But at least Chauvel thinking, oh, I just want to get this over and done with, where's the way to go? That's what I want to know. Managed to get you through that. Whereas previously we had a interesting start where Chauvel almost challenged the person in charge of the fire cult until reminded by the party that's not what we're here for. Whereas the air cult, the previous session, was a struggle getting through. And then before that, the earth cult, you decided to forego the exploration and ended up with a challenge by accident. And we have our reluctant Black Knight, now reluctant Black Earth leader, and soon to be reluctant leader of all the cults.
Objection. Slander, calumny. No, not a Black Knight. Reluctant leader of the cult of the Black Earth. Yes.
As soon as Anton mentions the word slander, Calcrix whips out a business card for one of her known friends
Oh, okay.
and gives it to him.
Attorney-in-law.
Gnomes
I
have...
warn Anton that he really doesn't want to learn about gnomish law. Trust me, I've been there.
Because
Well,
even when you're
failed.
innocent, you can still pay.
He'd go to law school and failed.
Well, you see, the gnomes that I know.
Is that the problem?
Maybe. I sometimes I think my biggest mistake was not to attend law lectures.
Mhm.
I thought it was not to attend the school after getting in.
Yeah, that didn't help either.
Yes, I'm a liar. Why? I got accepted into the school. And this session you were planning on completing the group of cults by visiting the water temple. Which is lucky that you have the swashbuckling warlock. Do we have any other classes in there at all, Ross?
Sorcerer.
Okay, so swashbuckling warlock sorcerer to give you the best way through the cult.
It's this way, goes the complete opposite way.
I think Yodri will do this. I think Yodri knows the way.
And so you started the session with Chocobo looking down at our sort of shocked, surprised cleric, wizard, mystic Theos,
Mystic theories.
and saying the word coffee before we ended last session.
So coffee.
I will go talk to Calcrix. Can I get up, please?
I will brew a fresh.
So as you get up, you find that there is a mug of coffee beside you.
It's true.
Well, there you go. So is
you're
this
very
coffee for Chocobo?
No, this is what Chocobo brought.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you brought me coffee?
Mhm.
He flaps excitedly. Coffee!
I
Yeah.
pat his beak and drink the coffee.
The coffee has a sort of iron-like bitter taste to it, but besides that, it's perfectly drinkable.
Mmm. Chocobo, where did you get this from, buddy?
He sort of looks in a bit in the distance and has coffee, and then looks back at you.
Did you have any of the coffee?
He claps excitedly and says, "Coffee, coffee!"
Just to be safe, I want to cast Lesser Restoration on the bird and see if he passes out.
He does not.
Okay, good. He's either getting immune to coffee or tolerates it more. I don't know, but I'll have to keep a close eye on that. Okay, buddy. Good job. Thank you for the coffee.
And then he dashes off.
Calcrix wants to see whether or not she can figure out where the coffee came from.
And Yodri and our Asian dear,
Azil.
I'll probably never say that right, but Azil.
That's fine.
AZ.
Azeladia. There you go. Spelling makes everything easier, right?
But you show up with your Yodri. As Yodri was unavailable for some of last.
Oh, okay, so where are we, like, at the inn, or?
No, you're in the middle of the street.
Okay, we're in the middle of the street, and Chocobo turned up with a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No sign of a coffee shop, he just looked off in the distance.
And the festival's still going on, isn't it?
Yep, this is the day of the festival.
Oh, the day. This is the day.
They have a week-long festival either side of this day, but this is the main day of the festival because it's the night of the major moon.
Okay. Oh, it's a nighttime festival. Okay.
Well, it goes through the entire day, but the night is especially potent for earth magic.
I was going to say, what time of the day is it?
That'd probably be close to midday.
Alright. And Yodri and his new friend turn up?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. You get a coffee. And
Coffee remarks are made. Yodri, where have you been?
Studying.
Ah! The fun stuff or the boring stuff?
Boring.
We haven't been partying.
Calcrix passes you a cookie.
No, I haven't been partying because I did not want to end up like you. I did not want the responsibilities of having a cult.
speaking of. So, and what does your letter say?
Is this so he introduces Azeladia.
Yeah.
And you say that you've woken up with a note from Feyre. She's gone somewhere.
No, it's not a note. I was out in the woods with my friends enjoying the full moon.
Ah,
and
I see. Yep.
Found a dragon.
Thank you.
And accepted gifts. And
Now you're doing this.
now I'm doing their bidding. It's a tricky line to walk.
I
Considering they can give you a compliment, and if you don't reciprocate in a good enough way, you can be then bound for a while as well.
just so you know, the same works with the little black friend here, but the cookies are actually safe. They don't obligate you anything other than not selling your soul to a corrupting god.
I will bear that in mind. Thank you.
New party member figured should warn you.
Don't want to force.
You see a
Or a
pickup, and out comes a feather about a meter long.
A meter long feather.
Where does it come from?
Out of it.
Oh, a feather.
Mhm.
A
What
meter
colour
long.
feather?
It seems to be a blood red feather.
Okay.
Where did you get that, Eve?
Death to the infidels!
Do I recognize it?
It does remind you of a rock.
Oh, a rock.
A
Oh,
rock. B.
oh,
B
the
rock.
the rock.
Rocks are things.
V.
demons.
Demons.
B rock.
Oh,
Rock.
rock. Right. So this is from Tuesday then. Oh, I see. I will ask Eve whether or not I can have the feather momentarily.
Failed Ranger!
Is that a yes?
Eve hands you a cookie.
Oh, okay. I was going to do something with the feather for you.
He doesn't seem to mind.
So I'll take the feather,
Sure. He, she, hard to tell.
and I'll use my crafting skills to make a little hat for Eve with the feather sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Eve now appears with a little hat.
But isn't the feather really big?
It is.
So basically, it's a feather with an eep attached to it.
Okay, I might
Feels
cut
like
the
someone's
feather
passed
down
feather
to suit each size and use the rest of the feather to make a hat for me.
Mm-hmm.
And we can wear matching hats. We should probably see what your scroll says.
Yodri scroll.
Yeah, Yodri style, as Eladir was suggesting.
Actually, when would it be appropriate time to open the scroll?
You're unsure. There's not a lot of instructions about challenging or doing so. You could technically go there, but that may not actually meet the requirements of the challenge. And maybe you have to open it while in the river.
Are there any instructions like what came with mine
That's
or?
fine,
Looks like there might have been, but that may be missing.
Missing covered in blood, missing torn?
Just missing. Looks like there is some torn bits on the scroll.
Ah, okay, alright. We might just have to take a risk, I guess, or... I don't know, did you want to do an investigation or an intuition or something along those lines? Something that Yodri would do in terms of a water cult?
Jump on a boat, slay the infidels, and take control of it and be the captain. Because he never gets to ride a boat as a storyline.
Riding a boat sounds fun.
Excuse
Eventually
me.
we almost die.
Okay. Actually, where is the nearest body of water?
Probably 200-300 feet to the, I'd say north. There is a port to the river just outside Norvik.
Come on. This side. Yeah, this side. Oh, you're gonna come up that way. Alright, I'm moving stuff.
Okay.
Come on.
That might be appropriate. Has that got a anything like it with a cliff face and that with waves crashing against?
Well, it has a river that's basically a ford.
Yeah. Well, it's probably better than nothing.
That's the one I wanted.
Well, we are in Norvik, so there is water around where we are.
It is. To the north, there's a major port. It's the capital of the nation, of a Viking nation. So obviously it's on the water's edge.
Makes sense.
Whereas the capital of Ostland, also on the water's edge, and the capital of Surf is also on the water's edge. So they're major centres of each of the three kingdoms. So the three kingdoms of the Norse. Mostly thrown together by nearly everyone else except for them. We're not the same!
Alright.
And they'll equally beat you up the same way just for calling them the same.
Are you saying the Vikings?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Alright, I guess we're heading down to the waterway, is that right?
What would Jodri like to do?
Yeah, I was going to open the scroll near the shore's edge.
Not in the water?
Or standing on the water if you can water walk.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a standing on the shore edge. With the wave lipping at my feet.
As long as you're in
Does
contact
this-
with the water.
Does
Yep.
this mean,
I'm just worried that, yes, crushing wave, yes, I read the scroll. Your trial, you have to withstand the tsunami. I'm going, oh, fuck.
yeah, well, you know, hopefully not that?
That is an interesting concept. We send you to where you need to go by sending a crushing tsunami your way.
Crushing wave. How appropriate.
I was going to say, it is a crushing wave cult. They may be very literal people.
No, that sounds more of an earth thing for fortitude.
Stand there and while we throw rocks at you.
Okay, so as you open the scroll, you see that the first lines of the scroll welcome you to this challenge of challenges. And also agreeing with your recommendation not to challenge the leader.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not knowing what the full extent of the cult does really is a poor choice for a novice member of the cult to lead.
Yeah.
Are they rubbing it into other party members, or is this just coincidental?
Well, they provide instructions, and they gave instructions to Yodri of appropriate to what Yodri asked.
Yes, I asked. Not that I basically did not want to go against the leader.
Okay. Fair enough.
Considering he might not breathe underwater too.
Plus, I think the leader was extraordinarily powerful. A lot more powerful than the Earth one.
Well, it depends on how the challenge goes.
To be honest, I don't remember anything about the leader.
Okay, so, and then it does say, when ready to reach the Temple of the Crushing Wave, lay the scroll on the surface of the water you wish to travel through.
Okay.
Do we need to hold hands?
But can I read the step after that?
There is no step after that.
Fuck it. Okay. So is everybody here that wants to be here?
Summon a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all here.
You turn around and get the paladin screamed into your face from the looking at the other party member.
This is going to be interesting. Yeah, because I think I'm probably about the only one who can actually breathe underwater.
I've got water breathing as a spell, which I think I might be able to cast on other people too.
Yeah, I think you can cast on about 10 people.
Yeah. Do people want me to do water breathing on them?
It sounds
So
like
instead of
it's
touched
gonna
by
be-
angel, touched by a dragon. Look,
Yeah.
you can now breathe water.
I think we're going to need it.
Yeah, I do. I have water breathing.
Up to 10 willing creatures you can see.
Yeah.
24-hour duration.
I'll cast water breathing before you do that. Just
I do
in
like
case.
that it's not dismissible.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine saying, yes, and you're talking to someone about, half a K down into the water, and you go, by the way, do you remember when you did this?
Yeah.
Unless they swim in an anti-magic zone.
There is that. But less likely.
But it doesn't give you the ability to swim or anything like that. It just means you breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll cast water breathing, which is my third level.
It's a bit nicer than
It can be
airball.
cast as a ritual.
Yeah, it can be classed as a ritual, but I just want to make sure that
Airball
I
doesn't
know.
protect you from the depths.
No,
Whereas-
it's water breathing.
Water breathing sort of helps a bit because it's supposed to be not airing you.
That's a good point, actually, because water pressure can crush you if you get down far enough.
Correct.
But if you have a temperate enhancement on any of your gear, that provides you protection from the crushing depths. Okay, so yes, you are now touched up to breathe water. Does it change your breath type to water breathing, or does it add water breathing? I remember some of them would change your type to water breathing, which would really confuse people.
I think it just adds it, actually.
I don't understand the distinction.
Instead of breathing air, you breathe only water.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one of the drawbacks being a wereshark.
Affected creatures also retain their normal mode of respiration.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
they had
still
to-
able to respirate normally.
They had to add that because previous versions did not have that, and it changed your breathing type.
Yeah. So
And it's like, let's prepare to go into the water. It's going to last for a full day, an hour from shore.
So it's midday, and it lasts for 24 hours.
So, everyone has the added enhancement to breathe underwater.
Alright, I will hold hands with anyone who wants to hold hands with me, just so that I don't accidentally get lost.
Eve sticks a leaf in your hand.
I would love to hold Calcrix's hand.
You reach out and find yourself with your hand touching a wing of a certain bird.
Either someone is jealous.
Oh, you want to come along underwater too, buddy?
I can cast this up to 10 creatures. I have touched Chocobo.
Okay. Oh, God.
Guaranteed.
Oh,
If
God,
Chocobo's allowed to come,
So
Chocobo's
you are encouraging to learn a new phrase, oh god.
No.
Don't-
Did you actually just say that?
Nope.
He did say it 3 times in a row.
don't teach Eep that either, because Eep's picking up new words.
I
Oh, no.
really need to stop saying that in game.
A lovely Strahd Ranger gets to see their god. Hello.
I mean, I already conversed with my god yesterday, and she gave me a wonderful evening celebrating my culture. So, if she answers, then I will give her a heartfelt thank you.
Well, you didn't say you're talking to your god, you just said a god.
You did just say, oh god.
That's even worse.
Mm. And Martin's just typed something onto his computer, just to increase your anxiety
anxiety?
levels there.
Yeah.
I can then roll a dice to make it even worse if you like.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Well, I can look at it and go, ooh, that's interesting.
I am fantastic. Thank you for asking.
And we can introduce Josh at this point now that he's made it online.
Sorry, I'm just at the road at the moment.
Oh, well, maybe we'll wait to introduce Josh until...
Wait till
Yeah.
he's in his car.
I'll wait till I'm in my car. I'll do the singing.
Okay, so yes. Everyone turns and looks at Yodri, and then Yodri realizes that Chocobo's amongst them. I'm sure that's not bad at all whatsoever.
Well, there's nothing in the scroll saying no birds allowed. It's just going to look weird in Chocobo swimming underwater or walking on water. Okay, well, I'll follow the instructions of the scroll.
Okay. You see the scroll start to spin, and then a small whirlpool start to appear. as it drops into the center of the whirlpool and disappears.
I guess we step into the whirlpool.
It does sound like it.
I will wait for Yodri.
So much for instructions. Okay, I'll go into the whirlpool.
Okay. You step in it and feel yourself yanked down rather quickly.
Yoink!
And everyone hanging on to you is also yanked down rather quickly.
Yay!
And as you're all holding hands, you find yourself sitting on a beach on a shore you don't really recognize too well.
Sand Angel.
I would say Sand Angel, except for it's rocky. There's no sand here whatsoever.
Rock Angel.
Rock Angel you can do.
I'm a dragon.
This makes me want to transform into a rock lobster.
Excuse me.
Stand up and look around.
Calcrix looks at you and goes, would you?
We have summon one instead.
Looking around, looking up, you can see the Crushing Wave Monastery hanging out over the edge of the cliff.
Oh, wow.
We're here.
Oh.
And then you see some splashing as Chocobo's jumping and stamping in the water.
Just Chocobo.
Or is
I
anyone else
vaguely
just-
remember
We all
Chocobo
honestly
loving
know
it
that
here for some
Calcrix
reason.
is also playing in the water.
Okay.
Oh no, that's right. Chocobo loved it here because there was like fish and sea creatures he could hunt. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And people you could terrorize.
That was the more important part.
Mainly halflings.
Mm.
Oh, that's right.
And he never got once told off by Yodri for terrorizing halflings, so he's quite happy.
Wonder why. Yodri, why didn't you ever tell Chocobo off for terrorizing your fellow people?
Oh, he'll find out.
Oh, okay. Alright.
As you hear down the track, there's chicken on the table, boys.
Yep,
Yeah.
here they are.
I forgot, they are master cooks of literally everything. Or should I say,
Yeah.
everyone?
So, guess what? Do you know what the fastest thing in the this world is? At axe speed. You know what the second fastest thing is? The halfling chef that's chasing after it.
Yeah. Halflings chasing after dinner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The axe speed. We all needed that vision for today. Thank you very much, Ross. You've done a service to us all.
You've done a great service for us all.
And if Yodri's made that joke, Calcrix has drawn a cartoon of it.
Okay, so you find that you're not far from the pier below the monastery.
Mhm.
The pier's not directly below it, it's off to the side.
For those who haven't been to the Cult of the Crushing Wave, are you able to give a brief description of the place?
You can see this massive cliff going up about 100, 200 feet, very sheer, and overhanging the drop is part of a monastery. That's all you can see from here.
Mhm.
And off to the right, or right will do, you can see a pier cut into the rock face itself where boats can pull in.
Because that's where we landed last time, wasn't it?
I know
Or the
you.
first time we came here.
First time you came here, you came in at the front gates,
At
all
the
the way
top
at
of
the top.
the cliff where it was
That's
like a pasture or something like that. Pastures led up to it.
You have some of you have taken ships from here, but you've never come here by a ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
by
left
ship.
by ship last time. Because we took like a secret passageway down and went out that way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, they also had issues with trolls.
They did, especially considering you killed the troll kids.
When did that got resolved?
Was that a good thing that we killed the troll?
Well, they
No.
started a bit of a war.
It started or it saved?
It started.
Ah, right. Okay, so yeah. That.
But of course, you had been away for about a year or so since that happened, so it had finished and run out of steam by the time you came back.
Okay. Well, just let's not kill any more troll children.
I can't even remember how we managed to kill them.
Paladin.
Yeah,
I was going to
basically
say,
caused the
I
issue.
suspect the fiery mistress herself was possibly partly responsible, but we may not be being fair to her.
I believe it was the paladin and the bard working together, killing them, and then getting up on the ridge and seeing, oh, these are the tiny ones. They must be the kids.
Yeah.
And look, there's the parents calling them back and looking in our direction.
Yep.
Apparently we just murdered the kids while they were playing.
Yeah, we're also using chill touch on them as well.
Making sure they died.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys might enjoy this trip down memory lane from August 2022. Return to Crushing Wave, 300 plus halflings. Thala sets up coffee and engages the halflings in conversation. Paladin starts a contest.
Why is it always a paladin?
Chocobo is running about getting into mischief and coffee. They, the halflings, are also eating axe-beak drumsticks.
Not chilling at all in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, so,
I've got a sneaky suspicion Chocobo is actually extraordinarily big for a axe-beak.
So, Big Bird.
He's certainly more intelligent than the standard Axebeak. But then again, he has been raised as a chick. So...
And you did have a monk teaching it to read and write. And teaching it to read and write magic. Yeah, how can that go wrong?
Yeah, I'm very surprised it hasn't called down death on us all yet.
Wasn't it the bard was teaching him runes?
No, well, that's right, it was the bard. The bard was teaching the runes. It was the monk was on the Tuesday night. So, you see that there is a bunch of guys in dark blue robes with black trim waiting for you near the wharf.
Yep.
Because by the time you get there, the robes are just so overflowing that you can't really tell what's beneath the robes to begin with. And you can see that there is a few elves amongst them. Unfortunately, hard to tell. Most elves are androgynous here. They only appear of whatever sex they want to appear as. There is a dwarf or two. You think they're female because they're clean shaven, but that doesn't really help sometimes. And
like home idiots or
Could be punishment as well.
or might be a cultural thing. They show devotion by shaving. And you see that there's also two gnomes here as well as a what looks to be a shapeshifter. The reason you can tell that is the shapeshifter is in the neutral, not really looking like anything state.
Ah.
Very rare to see a shapeshifter in its natural form.
Fascinating.
Which means it mustn't see anyone here as a threat.
No, it mustn't.
I'm
So you
also
said
calling
there
it now that the shapeshifter's the leader.
So you said there was 2 gnomes now at
Mhm.
Crushing Wave, and the shapeshifter who was in their natural shape form. And well, I guess it's in Yodri's hands.
Would you like to do?
Okay. I shall wander up and greet them. Hello.
Okay, they do some funny gesture towards you.
Okay. So I've been reading up on all this with greetings and that. Can I do the corresponding gesture in return?
Do you remember the gesture?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Why don't you tell me what the gesture is then?
Okay. It's
Because it was told to you at one point.
what?
It was told to you at one point, Martin said.
Oh. Okay. In that case, my character remembers, but I don't.
Apparently,
That is it,
if you
yes.
can
Yeah.
look at a camera up close, you could probably see Izzy doing it.
It's that out of character, but yeah.
It is the actual shape they do.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a stand for water's eternal surge and retreat, a cycle of unending change.
So is it crossed fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
so it's
is-
just literally
Mm.
one.
Cross fingers and then
Like
have
that.
your
Oh,
thumbs make a
cross
base.
thumbs. Yeah.
Okay, so I was getting confused with the
Like-
triangle
Like,
and the cross.
like
Okay, so it's the cross
an
fingers.
hourglass with missing.
So it's basically
Yeah.
an X with a line joining the bottom of the X. Is the
Okay,
symbol.
so I was getting mixed up with the putting my index fingers, the fingers together. So don't put the fingers together.
And they greet their acolyte to the trials.
I will give a small wave to the gnomes, but not actually interrupt what's going on. But they're gnomes, so.
Okay, so the hairless dwarf steps forward, and you can hear him cough before starting to speak, and speaks with a deep voice that officially they greet you in the name of the Crushing Wave.
So the hairless dwarf is the leader?
You don't know if it's the leader or not. It's the person who's speaking,
Okay, alright.
and wishes you good luck in the trials. And it says that, as you should be aware, having conducted trials at the other cults of the elements, that the trials are more symbolic in nature than physical. And while you're in the temple itself, what you do, the only real meaning behind it is how you do it, not what the result is.
Excuse me. Yep.
Calcrix is going to scrutinise the hairless dwarf just to make sure, based off of her Tuesday experience, this is really a hairless dwarf.
Does look to be a hairless dwarf.
Okay, alright.
Yes, you did meet a different hairless dwarf.
Yes, on Tuesday they were demons.
So he he does ask if you have any questions before taking the trial.
Any advice for taking the
Yeah, have you got actually the instructions for the trial?
Well, that the instructions of the trial is you must reach the portal to water.
Okay. And what are the rules?
There are no rules.
It's water, why are there rules?
It's what you do determines how you're seen.
Okay.
someone who has never experienced the cult of crushing waves before, could you please explain to me what are your ideals?
Our ideals are everyone should be as they need to be and not stick to the bigotry or ideology of most of society.
Sounds pretty good, actually. I endorse that.
And they are more than happy to tear down and destroy anyone who tries to force those ideals upon them.
Sounds good to me.
You mean as the leader of the cult of the Black
Well,
Order,
you know, I might be
you
admit,
feel
I
you
might
have
be.
more in common with the
Yeah, I know. I felt that at the time when we first met them. I thought that these were my kind of people.
But
Since we're going to start a schism,
well, their best defense is to not be where the opponent is attacking.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
And part of their belief is to return the opponent's attack upon them, enhanced by their own abilities.
Also sounds pretty good.
Basically, that they have the most vicious outlook on life compared to the others, because they do talk about retaliation and killing things.
To be honest though, they don't sound entirely unreasonable.
yeah, you just don't piss them off.
Okay, so there's a lot of page flipping going on.
It's just me trying to remember what I read through, at which bit is relying on which. They're sure you've brushed up on your ability to speak with the sea.
I don't think.
Really depends on what I'm going to be speaking to. I can speak to creatures of the sea, if that's what you meant. Or are you talking about divinity?
Well, they said that's what we shall find out with your trial. Your trial determines your reality, they say.
Okay.
And as with all trials, you do have the option to challenge mid-trial, if that would be your preference. Or to accept a challenge mid-trial.
No. I do not want to see the afterlife at the moment.
They do say that death in the trial is not the end.
I've seen what happens to some that have died and come back, and they're just not the same.
What was the question?
Would this be an appropriate time to use as a ritual battle mind as preparation before going into the trial? Sorry. Sorry, it's written in my own. It was one of the few that wouldn't print.
I can Google it if you want.
It's
It only lasts up to 10 minutes and you can't cast it on concentration.
even when you do it as a ritual?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right. So as a ritual, how long would it take to do?
As a ritual, it would probably take you 10 minutes to get it off,
Oh,
and then
okay.
10 minutes to last after that.
So, okay. Okay, alright, yeah.
Okay, so you are pointed to a stream that comes out in the pier, and said follow that stream until you can follow it no more.
Okay. Cool. We are now doing some hiking. Lovely.
There's no path beside the stream. The stream's coming out of the rock itself.
I do believe we probably have to go into the water.
As swimming shall we go.
Since this is a water.
The stream's not quite deep enough to swim. Unless
Yeah,
of course
so
it's
you-
raining. The fairy could have had a lot of fun swimming up this stream. Everyone else pretty much is flooding through freezing cold water.
Try your way up through it.
Okay, so
That's what we should have had. Protection from cold.
Oh, because that's something people need.
Protection from cold? Is the water particularly cold or?
Not just that it was freezing, so.
Oh, did he? Well, there's Gary got some things that I left on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to put them on the table.
Macarons?
Yeah, that's it. As you can figure out what the things were.
If someone opens them, we could.
So when you say this water is freezing,
Yep.
is it the kind of freezing that we're gonna suffer setbacks or fatigue from very soon?
Chevelle, definitely.
I see.
Right.
Well, you are doing the polar opposite to your beliefs.
I could put you in a gerbil ball for about a minute, but that's about it.
Does anyone have any spells that would help?
Gerbil, please don't wall the paladin, please. That would be hilarious.
I'm sure you could banish the paladin to another dimension and bring him back later.
We're sticking in a bag of holding. Sounds like fun.
I was
long
going to
can you
say
hold
I could use Arcane Hand maybe, but
Thank you.
I don't know if that would actually work. What flavours are there?
There was a pink one if you'd like it.
I think the green's pistachio.
The green's pistachio, and then I'm guessing that's vanilla, and is that the
Coffee, I think.
coffee? I'll try coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Sorry. For those online, we're busy picking out macaroon flavours. I apologise.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright, so. My character's resistant to cold. Well, generally anyway. It's just.
Well, some of us will
Is-
just have to
is,
endure the cold, I think.
Is Chevelle able to move through water?
Yeah.
Well then, I guess we'll just have to hope we're not here for too long.
Lovely.
Okay.
Please.
Elemental Heritage.
Unfortunately, I don't have any spells that will particularly help you. I think if I put you in the gerbil ball, you will end up going downstream anyway, which won't necessarily work out well for us.
Wee.
Or it might create a blockage in the passageway. And then you get a build up of pressure.
I wanted to see the paladin that jump.
It's okay, it'll probably happen at some point.
I was gonna say.
Hopefully happen at some point properly.
Though, worded incorrectly, the paladin could be sitting and watching you while you're in the gerbil ball. Because that would still meet the wish.
So keep an eye out for what's the Water Alliance juniors? Marid?
Myrids and many other things love the water.
Oh, it's just that we've encountered other Jinn, so that's where my head's gone.
Well, they are elemental people.
It's true.
And I'm sure making the wrong statement in the wrong time is not going to happen at all.
We could use Wall of Force to deviate the water, but I don't think that we should be doing that right now.
Yeah, I think the water is part of.
Yeah. It's a part of the test.
So, Yodri has read that this that the path to the temple takes about 2 miles of trudgery through the cold.
Oh. So we've got 2 miles of trudgery.
Does this mean someone is jumping up on Calcrix's back? Probably Chevelle.
I can survive.
Though the flame is a little dulled at the moment before this cold.
Yes, I am very sad.
How does the water aspects last?
Well, those with the water aspects aren't feeling the cold.
That'll be me.
So is that making my eyes go blue at the moment?
It does not, because you're not taking actual damage and you're not dealing stuff.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. So I don't really have to worry about this trudgery. I just... 34th!
And as you're going along, you see Chocobo behind Chauvel trying to blow Chauvel's hair out.
Yep, I'll have Storm sitting on my shoulder.
So you have 2 miles of that to get through. As you finally make it into the area, how long does it take before Chauvel gets upset with a Chocobo trying to blow out her hair?
Probably not long.
All I do is I have this vision of Chevelle grabbing Chocobo by, I don't know, the neck and helping Chocobo along.
I'm sure Chocobo enjoys it.
Yes, apparently you've taught Chocobo to like it rough.
Apparently.
Let's not go there.
Didn't I think this game was supposed to be PG?
Yeah.
Okay, so after 2 miles, you find yourself approaching a large cabin ahead. And you see firelight shining there with the stream opening into a large underground lake.
Okay.
To the right, a crumbling stone quay leads into a tunnel heading northeast. A 10-foot skiff is moored at the quay, and a torch burns in a bronze sconce by the tunnel's mouth. Besides the quay, a 20-foot wide canal leads north from the large lake.
Is that key?
The lake...
Yes.
Key is key.
Yeah, I'm always bad at pronouncing these things.
It's fine, we know.
The lake stretches westward into darkness.
Considering all of that darkness, might do true sight as a ritual, true seeing, which is the one where I do the mushroom and saffron ointment on my eyes.
Might want to wait till you're out of the water.
Okay. I just wanted to put my intention up there before I forgot.
And at which point, Yodri realizes he can take the boat back if you ever want to leave here. They probably made a point of leaving the boat behind and making you walk through the water.
Well, I'm guessing it's part of the trial.
Yeah.
But is it drudgery if you can bounce, play, and splash your way through?
Not for people who love the water.
Not if you feel the cold.
Okay. So where do we need to go next?
That is up to you. You can see a area where you can tie some stuff. You can see what appears to be a canal heading north, and you can see the lake extending off to the west.
We have to make our way to the portal.
You have to find your way to the portal. They didn't actually specify what the portal was.
Is there anything there that looks like it is more portal-like? Did you say there was like a cavern?
There is a cavern. The lake continues off into the cavern.
Okay.
There is a canal heading north, and there is what appears to be a quay, which you can tie ships to, or more like river boats.
Okay, yeah.
I was to make a suggestion if we head off into the largest body of water.
Okay, I'm trying to work out which actually feeds this lake.
Well, the lake appears to empty out through the tunnel you've come in.
Yeah.
So you think the canal that heads north would probably be one of the things feeding it, if not something else. There may be more things involved.
Yeah, I was just trying to work out would the portal would be actually the beginning of the river that feeds this lake.
Does your tome mention portals at all?
It does not mention the way forward at this point, as if it gives you the solution before you attempt it, you sort of...
No, I meant like, does it mention anything about some sort of wording or symbology that, you know, you can look at the area and
Is there some sort of current in which direction? If is there a current in which direction is it
Well,
going?
the current basically is heading towards you, going behind you, as you're standing still in the river at the edge of the lake.
And the largest body of water would probably be where the boats are?
The boats are still in the river
Oh, I see. Yeah.
before heading out into the lake itself.
So the canal maybe?
The canal, maybe, yes. Or maybe the but you've got the lake, which is a big body, and you've got a canal. They're talking about big body. The big body would be the lake.
Like, okay, yeah. Well, it's up to you, Godfrey. Is your intuition?
I was more thinking that the portal might be the beginning of the that feeds into the lake itself.
Seems
So I was thinking of going up via the canal, but for us to do that, it means that we'll have to borrow the boat.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it was swim all the way up.
You can potentially do that, as you can breathe underwater.
Yeah, but the rest of the group can't really do that.
Yeah, they've got water breathing.
It didn't take you more than, say, an hour to get here. So you've got another 23 hours with everyone else with water breathing.
Our time probably could be cast again.
Yes, this is a little spell. Cast.
I am
It's a
really
ritual,
tempted
you
to
think,
take a
Arthur?
boat, but yeah, that's the pirate side of me saying wanting the boat, but yeah. Since it's a trial.
Well, feel free to thieve, murder, and hobo your way through it if that's what you wish to do.
Sorry, what is this about murdering?
I said he's talking about stealing the boat.
We can borrow the boat, but...
Because he said he wanted to do his piratey thing. Because that was his words.
Okay, right.
And the GM was saying do what he wants to do.
Right.
Because the trial is about how he does stuff, not what he does.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no.
we need to find a portal, so...
Well, if you're willing to, you can probably use the boat if you don't want to swim up there, but I'm going to go by water.
Okay. I didn't say I didn't want to swim. I've got water breathing. I can swim.
Well, you can breathe underwater.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, we have got someone who's sort of afraid of water.
Who's that? Cheval?
Yeah.
Is Cheval afraid of water? I didn't think Cheval was afraid of water.
She's a fire
I know
genasi.
she's a fire genasi, but that doesn't
I
necessarily
wouldn't
mean...
say afraid. It's got a strong dislike to water.
Yeah.
Considering the fire genasi grew up a water genasi,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
the fear
It-
of...
Just adding salt to the wounds.
I do like the phrasing in that one. Water and salt does go well.
Do we have anyone who can handle a boat other than Yodri?
You see Eep stick its leaf up.
Oh, well done, Eve. Good.
Yeah, she's steered a boat or two.
I was going to say, does anyone know how to steer a boat correctly? Because that's a different question.
Each leaf stays in the air.
He sticks another leaf up.
Impressive.
Okay.
Apparently he can handle and steer a boat.
Correctly.
Eve is a herb of many talents.
She likes to think so. I will follow Yodri into the water if that's what Yodri wants to do. It's his trial.
How deep is the water?
It's above your head.
Okay.
If other people would like to take the boat, they're welcome to.
Or to put it in simpler terms, you feel out of your depth.
Yes, growing.
Well, I've swum in whole oceans, so
Later.
I'm comfy.
You're fine underwater, but we're talking about people who aren't used to being underwater.
I can't help them. If they want to follow my boat, they're welcome to.
I may be able to assist. How many party members do we have that can't swim?
I think we can all swim.
But some of us not very well.
If Cheval's a fire genasi, is immersing herself in water going to kill her?
No.
Okay.
It's just going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've all got water breathing, so we can technically all go underwater.
What's the bottom line?
I thought
Is
that
it
was
mud?
the whole point of casting the spell.
It's not just about
Oh.
going underwater, but like being able to swim and at speed and whatever's
Yeah.
encountered, right? So it's
Most of them will just be walking along the bottom, as in Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Oh, okay.
It's also not. It's
Yeah.
also much harder to operate. You go slower because the air's much easier to move around than
Okay.
water.
All
So
right.
it actually does affect things.
Well, did people want to take the boat then instead of swimming?
I think I'm all on board with
And
swimming.
having that, considering
I-
that, does Yodri want to?
Well, I'm going to be taking the boat anyway.
Right.
I myself feel more comfortable if I'm actually in the water.
Okay. That wasn't clear. Sorry.
So he's taking the boat, but not being on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm a bit confused about.
Well, no, it's due to the fact that you could use the boat to get back.
I'm still confused.
So are you're grabbing the boat now? Because you're saying you're grabbing the boat to get back, but at which point are you grabbing the boat? And the suspenseful music in the background is really helping those questions.
It is. It is. It's quite appropriate.
Yeah. There's no one here, is there?
What do you mean?
No, I'm sure the rest of the party aren't there. I'm sure it's just all in your imagination.
No, other than the party members.
No one that you can see. No one's holding up a sign saying go that way.
If it will help, Calcrix will write, pull out a page from her art sketchbook, write a note saying, borrowing boat, bring it back soon, and then she'll pin it to a pole next to the boat so that they know we're not stealing the boat, but we're borrowing the
I'm
boat.
pretty sure they would have known that we'll be using
And then she'll put
boat.
KTHX, and then she'll write Calcrix and leave a cookie.
If you're really worried, you could always try augury.
Do you have augury?
Or maybe just summon your patron from the deep. I'm sure that will go well with
Do you
choosing what to
still
do.
have your Proteus ale? Horn?
I've still got the
Would now be a
the
good
the
time
horn.
to drink from your sea horn.
No.
Are you sure?
I would prefer to do this without any divine help.
Okay.
Yes, calling on a different god to assist you on another god's trials is definitely going to go down well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Probably not.
Seems like fun.
This is one of the nice
Yeah,
things.
I was going to be using that stein for more of when we go against the master.
Fair enough.
For a big bad, not a moderate bad.
Alright. We're all getting on the boat, I presume. Calcrix has left a note. We're on our way out into the lake.
And Eve is steering or boat.
Eve can steer if Yodri wants someone to steer while he concentrates.
Okay, it picks up a pole and does the whole gondola thing for you.
Oh, okay. Well, lie back and enjoy it.
Eve will even try to sing in an Italian sounding voice.
If I was a bard,
Vivian Fiddles!
Italian sounding.
he's
Field
got,
Ranger!
Bonjour, fair ranger!
Dentro di Imperials.
Ciao Bella!
What?
Death!
Ciao!
well, this is romantic. It was the day of romance.
Yeah, that's
Do you
true.
think you're popping the question to someone?
No.
What Zal should be saying is Bonjour, je m'appelle Eiffel Ranger.
Isn't that French rather than Italian? Je m'appelle.
Buongiorno.
Yes. Buongiorno, je m'appelle still is a more French.
Well, at least you didn't start off with Les Failed Ranger.
But I think you deserve bonus points anyway for just speaking in a language other than English.
I did a little bit of French. Watashi wa Eiffel Ranger desu.
Lamborghini!
Watashi tashi, because I'm talking about myself.
Mm.
Not failed Ranger.
I am still not sure any of this counts as foreign languages, but it's entertaining.
I can stick aloha in front of it.
Don't.
I can do caveman. Zal Bad Ranger.
That's
Okay,
Flogger.
man. That's just well,
Mm.
wrong game.
Oh, sorry.
Alright,
Okay,
Oh,
so
by the way, hi, I'm Josh. I play Cheval. The Paladin.
Failed Border Genasi.
nah.
Eh,
That's actually accurate, Ross.
it
not
is.
failed, just long lost.
Fiery temper took hold.
Mm-hmm.
The Genazis can actually change their entire appearance based on a overwhelming emotion.
Okay.
Someone literally threw the rock that was going to save this universe into a chasm, and my anger took hold of me.
And lost their temper. And through the
Out
tantrum
of,
of all
out
tantrums.
of character, this rock meant absolutely nothing.
But it was one of the items he started with as the trinket, and the trinket belief was it's going to save the world.
No. Well,
That's what I mean. It's the temper tantrum of temper tantrums.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it didn't result in two characters' death, unlike a previous temper tantrum in a different game.
No.
We had limits on that one. Okay, so you're moving through the canal. And as you're moving through the canal, Yodri recognizes a bridge over the canal known as Victory Bridge. He's seen it in the books.
Yeah.
He did say he's been studying it intently.
Yeah.
Now I will give him a insight roll to see if he actually remembers what it's about besides recognizing it.
Well, that's not at least how it's bonus.
It's always fun to give a name and then no context.
Okay, I'm using halfling's luck on that.
What's it a 1?
Yeah. Then I re-rolled, got a 13.
Yeah. Is that an intuition that you're rolling, or initiative, or
It was insight.
insight? That's
Yeah.
it. I knew it started with an IN.
We
Everything else
could
was
go to
guessing.
initiative instead.
No.
We don't need to do that.
Initiative would be good, because I'm bloody good at initiative.
Okay, so what you remember of this bridge is it was built by dwarves during a to symbolize a major battle they won long before the dwarves of Rockholm came to this region.
Okay, so they're dwarves but not dwarves, because if I believe that the Rockholm dwarves are completely different to these dwarves, correct?
They are so incompatible they cannot have children together.
Okay, so they're only dwarf in stature.
Well, still dwarf in name, just not dwarf in children.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at it, you do remember that it does connect different complexes of the temple. It just didn't have a lot of details from what you remember, and the canal passes beneath it. As it does so, you can see keys either side of it that you can tie up to.
Yep, okay, we'll tie the boat up and
To the left or to the right?
which is the appropriate one?
Does Yodri favor the left or the right?
Well, I'll be going for right because I'm right-handed.
Okay, right it is. How could right be wrong?
2 wrongs don't make a right.
2 rights don't make a wrong.
Two rights make a left.
It's not
I
wrong.
mean, actually,
though.
two rights make a U-turn, but you know, that's just me.
Depends on how far you turn right.
Wrong? Wait.
A right turn can be more than a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, could also be less than a 90-degree turn.
It stops being a turn right if it keeps going the same direction you're already going. Okay, so yes, you do see that there is passageways heading east from where you tie your boat. There's stairs leading up onto the Victory Bridge. And you see a door not far from the bridge with the sign of the Grim Reaper on it,
Well, that's the one, right?
which you identify from memory with the term Reaver Barracks.
Reaver Barracks.
I'm sure it has nothing bad associated with it whatsoever,
No.
considering I rolled a 20 on my D20.
Completely innocuous.
Yes. No terror in there inspired whatsoever.
It also doesn't help that I happen to have somebody watching me that happens to take that type of thing in interest.
There's a lot of people watching you right now, as well as a lot of things.
Yeah.
What does Yodri want to do? How shall he save the world? Unfortunately, there's no cheerleaders to save today.
Calcrix pulls out some pom-poms. She'll do a little...
Well, at least we don't have Sylar running around.
She'll do a little sort of pep dance for you.
Well, you never know. The leader of the crushing wave might just be that good.
That good?
Able to steal other people's powers.
Maybe. I don't know.
There's someone who preached the using someone's abilities against them.
That's true.
And what best way to do it than to be able to mimic everything someone else does?
So, are we going towards this barracks?
I have no idea. I'm waiting on Yodri, the driving force of this investigation.
Yeah.
Of course, Judge, you can always ask for advice, because there are many party members looking at him in bated breath.
Okay. Shall we enter this door?
Yep.
At this...
We've already made the choice, might as well commit.
It's just the sign with the guidance, with the Grim Reaper in the barracks.
It has the sign of a Reaver on it.
Oh, Reaver. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah. It's the only landmark here.
Well, there's also stairs going up onto the Dwarven Bridge of Victory, and a passageway going to across to the north side of the place that has the mark of the Reaver, and a passageway going to the south of the place with the Reaver.
So
there's many ways to go.
I think that the Bridge of Victory sounds appropriate.
I was going to say the Bridge of Victory sounds
Premature.
yeah, I was going to say a little bit too early. But at the same time,
I'm sure what could go wrong with claiming victory this early on.
well, that's why I'm wondering if this might be a moment to do Battle Mind. Or
It's not about the outcome, it's about how we get there.
it's also
That is correct.
In
that's
other words, it's about the journey.
I'm. If you want to go down towards the Reaver Barracks, you can. The stairs up to the bridge, as I said, it's Victory Bridge. I agree with Izzy. It seems a bit early to be thinking about victory.
You do know that there is another bridge in this complex known as Dragon Bridge.
I want to go there, but this is not my quest.
So how far is the Dragon Bridge?
You do not know, you just know that there is one here. You never got a map, you just got a couple of descriptions.
Yeah.
More to whet the appetite and not actually make you feel completely full.
Well, there was the steps, there was the Reaver Barracks, and then there was a third.
The passage going north and the passage going south.
Do the directions mean anything to you in the water thing? Like they meant something to the wind people? The air people?
Yeah, people love structure.
Well then,
Is-
possibly not.
Any of the cardinal directions significant for water?
That's what I mean.
It just flows where it wants to.
Well then,
Up and down is pretty much the main directions of water.
Fair enough.
does one go down?
Well, whatever goes up, what comes down is basically the main thing of water.
Yeah.
And the stairs go up onto the Victory Bridge.
Mm-hmm. And you can see they come down on the other side of the canal. So whatever goes up comes down.
Yep.
Well, we're looking for a portal that'll take us somewhere.
Last portal we took us down.
Well, actually, we're after what the next task would be.
The task is to find the portal
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Find the portal, but we need to know what we're looking for as well.
That's part of the challenge.
Well,
So,
we need to pick
we'll
something.
have to investigate.
What are you investigating?
Well, we'll have a look at the what's behind door number 1.
Okay, you stride up to door number 1. Opening the door, you see before you a full contingent of reavers of the crushing wave, dressed up as in full regalia with knights, priests, some of their water shapers, as well as what appears to be one of their leaders.
My pom-poms must go away now, I think.
As I will give everyone an initiative roll as he's initiated something. I'm sure it's not all bad.
What are we using for initiative?
I think we'll go with perception because you haven't really had much chance to do anything else.
Did you say deception?
Yes.
Perception.
Oh,
Sorry, what was that?
Oh God.
Initiative, please.
Okay.
Those times we really want to fail initiative.
Yes, I get the best I've ever gotten.
I want to make the first decision.
So, what did Yodri get?
I'm just trying to work out, if I'm doing perception, do I also add my swashbuckler bonus on top of that as well?
You can add your bonuses to initiative to the perception roll, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That is a 38.
Okay, so what is Anton's initiative?
26.
At least you're not as high as you thought you were.
I know, I'm glad I'm not first.
26 for me as well.
26 there as well. What is Calcrix's?
I'm only 22.
And what is Cheval's? Hello, Josh.
Sometimes it's good.
Sorry, I was just getting M's for initiative up on that computer. Chevelle got 15
And what did Zell get?
and Zal got 28.
Well, you did pretty well as a group. So, it looks like Yodri now gets to determine the fate of everything.
Well, I got 38. I'm like, that's
Oh, it's because of the swashbuckling
side.
abilities and that. I'm very quick. Okay. What I am going to do is do the symbol, greet them, sorry for disturbing you, and close the door.
Okay, so yes, you have shut the door over.
Someone's doing the exact opposite of.
Oh no, that's what we had Anton do last time.
Oh, he shut the door?
And then he got to the leader who said challenge accepted.
Oh, right.
And convinced Anton to actually enter into combat. And never said that they were fair.
No. So, just having opened the door might have. So, what did you say? Nice to meet you.
Sorry for disturbing you.
Sorry for disturbing you.
Sorry for disturbing you, greeted them, sorry for disturbing you, and close the door.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. What does Zal wish to do? As you see Yodri open the door, look in, shut the door. What does Yodri say to the rest of the party first after shutting the door?
I think we should now go up the bridge.
Does he rush up the bridge?
Uh,
He does have movement still.
Yes, I will go up to the bridge, but quickly, but not quickly, nonchalantly, casually.
Casually with purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so what does Zell do? As you see the nonchalant Yodri move rather rapidly for what you've dealt with Yodri in the past to the bridge.
Zal's just gonna not make any comment.
As you hear behind you, battle!
No, Chocobo, we're not here to battle. Not in the first instance, not today.
Unless Chocobo wants to become drumsticks.
I mean, as I said, he had so much fun here last time. He's probably like, yeah, I'm gonna get chased and I'm gonna be tired and like people trying to eat me and this is great. Yeah.
Hack off their legs during the night.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think his opinion might have been, why wait?
Wait, yeah. Yeah. Why
To be
not
honest,
now?
it was such a high-pitched voice, I was questioning, was it Chocobo or Eve?
Yeah.
But,
Eve's learned a new word. Uh-oh.
yeah, same here. I'm like, wait a minute.
So, what is Zell doing, Em?
I guess if Yodri is making
A strategic
sort of
move.
a strategic move away from the door, he has greeted the people inside. He gave the symbol. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna follow Yodri.
Excuse me.
Okay, we're over to Anton, and
So dear.
yes,
You're right.
I just follow Yodri.
does Calcrix wish to do anything different?
Calcrix is looking at the door and going, there were people there.
Eve stands up on your shoulder. Death to the infidels!
I don't know if that's encouragement or discouragement, though. I will, because Zal and Yodri have gone up the stairs, I will
Begrudgingly?
I'll spend an awful long time looking between the door and the rest of the party and back to the door, but eventually go up the stairs.
And I believe that leaves us Chauvel at the end. And Chocobo has even left you behind. Does Chauvel wish to challenge?
Yeah, no, I just realized I was on mute. Trevor will follow everyone else.
Okay. As you're going up over the bridge, I will give tall people a perception roll.
Trevor's tall, yes.
Tall people?
What does tall mean?
Yeah.
People who aren't
Any-
small.
Okay.
Any people above 4 foot tall?
I see nothing.
But you're the tallest one here, so you should
Don't
see
care, I
less.
see nothing.
It's not a great roll for
Did
me.
you say it was
Not a great roll for me
perception roll?
either.
Perception roll, yes.
Chevelle chooses to see nothing.
It's 20.
Okay, Schultz.
19.
19, and you got 20.
6.
6. You got 6.
26.
You rolled badly. 26 or 6.
26.
26, okay.
18.
18.
Because it's perception, so I got proficiency, and that's wisdom, so it's +8. Yeah. Yeah, so 26.
And how did Zal go?
Perception. Where's your tall?
I see nothing.
A lot of hocus errors.
Roll 10.
A 10.
A
It-
10.
Is your 10 better than Chauvel's I see nothing?
Oh. Chauvel sees even more nothing with a 7.
Yeah, there you go. So, talk about, failed rangers. I think there might be a failed Genasi there.
I am getting distracted by a very hyperactive Axby. I have an excuse.
I don't mind, they're probably one.
You know what the saddest thing is? The lowest I can roll is 11.
Okay, so you're looking. The two of you are looking back at the door opening and the warriors from the barracks flowing out of the doors.
Weapons drawn?
Well, those two are just staring back that direction. They're not making out those sort of details.
Okay.
Okay, so with Anton and Azri, Azaldir, I'll eventually get it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's worse when I try to spell it based on how people say it.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
You can basically see that there appears to be some other sort of barracks on the other side of the bridge as well.
Okay.
And how far below us is the water?
Oh, the water is probably about 30 feet down.
Alright, good to know.
And you're just looking over there, and it seems to be opening with a bunch of reptilian humanoids coming out.
So they're like lizards, or
Could be dragonborn, could be
even
lizards.
for those of us with 26?
Well, you're looking at other things.
Oh, okay.
They're looking at the unimportant things at the moment.
Oh, okay. The unimportant things, right?
Yep.
I see.
Do the Reavers have weapons drawn?
Looking at the ones coming out of the barracks on the other side, they don't need weapons, they are weapons.
Okay, alright.
And then we have Calcrix looking over the bridge and down, and you get to see an octopus of unusual size.
Okay. I see a potential pen pal here.
Mm-hmm.
Who can write 8 letters at once.
It's
Or in 8
Zal's
languages
ro-
at once.
It's Zal's Repo all grown up.
Please no.
No eat Zal. Calcrix will make sure.
And I'm sure, just like the Goonies, the octopus was just never there.
Yeah, that was really bad, that octopus. I can see why they decided to cut it.
Yes, but they left the reference in there just to show that the kids do lie.
Yeah.
So, we're now back to Yodri on top of the bridge.
Calcrix will... Are we in initiative?
Yep, that's why I'm asking what Yodri's going to do.
Right, okay, so I can't do anything.
Well, I don't see the octopus yet, do I?
No.
No, I would have told you about it, but we're in initiative order, so I can't yet.
Yeah.
I just like to give you that, feeling of doom before you do an action.
Okay, so
So you can definitely tell who the victory's going to be for if you start something up here.
well, I was heading towards up the top of the bridge.
You're in the middle of the bridge.
Okay.
What can you see?
You can see the reptilian folk on one side and the crushing wave devotees on the other.
I see.
How high above us is the ceiling?
The ceiling would probably be not that far, much further, maybe 20 feet above the canal. Oh, above the bridge of the canal, I'd say.
So 50 feet from the canal to the ceiling.
So the dragon. So we've got the dwarves on one side and the dragons on the other, correct?
Reptilian folk.
Reptilian folk. Okay. And what happens if I can climb up to the edge of the bridge?
Is that what you wish to do?
Because I can't actually see over the bridge, can I?
No, unfortunately, it was built for dwarves, and you're just a little short for a dwarf.
Okay, I am trying to see my areas of escapee.
Okay.
So I'm going to peer over the bridge.
You get yourself up onto the arm rail of the bridge and look down, and you can see the canal running south through the under the bridge.
Okay.
Yes, you're sure you can escape that way.
Okay, let's see if I can charm my way out of it. That's depending on what bloody languages they speak. Okay, I could go to Aqua and Aquin.
I'm sure that a few of them will speak that.
Okay. Sorry for disturbing you, but I just wish to know which way to the portal.
Okay, does anyone else wish to act in your initiative while Yodri yells that out?
In a polite manner.
Zal's like, you know, they're gonna ignore you, right?
Yeah. If they do, they're going to go for a nice swim.
You may not want to go for a swim with the octopus of unusual size in the canal below us. Is it the canal?
Yeah, the canal.
I haven't made friends with it yet. I guess that would be my action.
Okay, so after Calcrix calls that out, Chocobo does look over the bridge and down. Apparently someone said there was something down there.
I think I've used up all of my action on telling people about the octopus, so I don't have any more action left to grab Chocobo or make sure Chocobo doesn't jump over. But if I did, that's what I would do.
And you get a voice calling from the cultist saying, I am Eon, I am here to challenge your right of passage.
Well, I guess we gotta answer that.
And it says, by what right do you earn your passage? Back to Yodri.
Does it come down to? So, what do they mean by right?
That's completely up to Yodri.
Okay. Can I actually see the octopus?
No.
Okay. I am going to do is activate Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And saying buy this and dive in.
What?
Okay. Apparently he wants to play tag with a octopus.
Okay, but when you said buy this, he means that's buy that right?
By jumping into the water.
Okay, alright. So, alright.
Okay, give me a athletics check. And we can see whether it's a graceful swan dive or a belly whacker.
Okay.
Clearly
Nearly a natural 20, but I got a 27.
Okay, so there is a splush as the halfling disappears beneath the waves.
Don't eat him.
Or at least get him back out of
Who don't need who?
Mm.
I'm sure Yodri has eaten octopus
That's true.
before.
That's true, is that?
Calamari, yes, I love calamari. But I am not planning on eating this octopus.
That's when you say, what does everyone else do as Yodri jumps off? Apparently, are you going to follow the leader?
diving into the water full of creatures and an octopus.
Well, it's definitely full of an octopus, if not other creatures. But I guess if Yodri's jumped...
Yes, Yodri, as in Baldric, has a cunning plan.
has jumped into the water as his right of claiming
This is how I shall lead, and jumps into the water.
passage or leadership or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily want to, but I'm not entirely sure we should be trying to finish this trial without him. And he's currently gone. So, I might delay my action if I've got one. I've already done one technically by telling people the octopus is there.
Well, technically, it would have been a new round, so you could still do
So
stuff
it's
if
a
you
new
wish to.
round,
Yes.
yeah. Is anyone following Yodri, I guess is the question.
Okay, so not long after Yodri jumps in the water, Yodri shoots back up out of the water, right all the way up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Who spat out of the water?
If
Did it
possible,
reject him?
As he seems to be not controlling the direction of his flight.
if
Oh.
possible, Caltrix would try to catch him at some
He was
point
ejected.
and give him a softer language landing than he could have looked forward to.
And he is a little blacker than when he went in.
Ink?
Yes.
Is it an octopus?
I guess that's what prestidigitation is for.
So Ross, how does Yodri feel like as he's quickly approaching solid rock above him?
Yeah. Who song starts appearing in my name, in my mind?
Goanna.
Okay, so you find yourself actually hitting that rock rather hard.
Yep.
Taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage
Ouch.
as you strike the rock with the side of your body.
Could have been worse, I guess.
And then feel yourself starting to drop right afterwards.
As I said, if there's room for it, I'll try and catch him.
We have Caltrix voting to catch him. Do we have a second to try to jump in the way of saving?
I'm not sure whether this might even be part of the ritual.
You never know, it could be.
I'm a fan of natural consequences.
What's the octopus doing at the moment?
Currently spat out the thing that jumped in its mouth.
That's all it's doing, spitting it. Okay, it's not flailing her old way.
It wasn't trying to eat something at the time, and something just jumped right in. I rolled to see how accurate he was in avoiding obstacles, and I rolled a natural one.
Okay, so he landed on the beak.
No, beak was open,
Beak was open. Okay, landed right in
which is why it literally spat out again what just jumped in. It's like, I'm not eating that.
I'm not sure if Yodri should be offended or relieved.
Well, he doesn't know where the halfling's been.
Exactly.
Does someone want to cast feather fall.
I believe the dragon was going to catch Yodri.
Yeah,
Gonna do a flying tackle and slam him into a wall, the Hulk style.
Or grab hold of him and then shoot him out the other side as he's covered in ink, and it's like trying to grab a fire shot so he can shout.
Write his name on the wall using the ink on his body.
Doesn't someone have Featherfall?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Zal has Featherfall.
Mongol
Yeah,
Horde
don't
Featherfall.
you?
Some of us don't.
I do.
Look, I'm just volunteering to catch him.
Okay, so does anyone cast Featherfall?
I'll cast Featherfall.
Okay, you cast Featherfall and you watch Yodri going from a quick plummet to a slow decline.
Probably preferable.
As most people are just watching as he's slowly drifting down to the ground. But still over the canal, and you can see under the canal, right where it's dropping down, the octopus that looks like it's about 20 feet wide, staring up at him.
Mm.
It's a big octopus.
You think its tentacles go about 40 odd feet?
Is that huge, or is it?
The creature itself would probably be in the gargantuan scale. But it can squeeze itself into a 10-foot tube.
Of course.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits of being an octopus.
And having no bones.
I am squishy.
All the squishy.
You should be mine.
Alright.
Okay, so Yodri, you're looking down at this octopus of unusual size looking up at you. And apparently you like to float down.
Straight back into its nap.
Do you have Misty Step or Dimension Door, Yodri?
He floats down, he gets shot back up again, he floats down.
Okay, well, we'll watch.
I don't manage to catch him.
I'm just waiting to see if Ross is still there. I believe Ross may have departed from his computer for the moment.
Okay. I'll grab him.
Okay, so yes, between you and Kalkris suggesting catching him, you pull him back onto the bridge.
Okay. The challenger's still there?
The guy who called out earlier.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Called Eon says, and how does jumping into water and shooting yourself to the ceiling and dropping back down
I am
again
now
is
going to basically going to find out if this squid is or octopus is intelligent or not.
Oh, you're going to ignore the guy who's challenging you? Why are you ignoring Eon who's challenging you?
because he wants to communicate with the octopus.
Correct.
Okay.
I am. Yep. So, animal friendship on the octopi.
The octopi looks at you and says, "You're beneath me." In your head,
No,
in really painful words.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm above you at the moment.
That's what I was thinking.
But I am sorry that I actually jumped on you. I do apologise for that.
Okay, you can start to feel your hair start to stand up.
Static electricity.
You can even see little sparks of lightning flashing in the air.
Yep.
You have a feeling it's a little bit more than just an octopus.
Yeah. Yep.
Does he look like he's in trouble?
Not yet.
This
But
might
he
all be
does
part
look
of it.
like he may have insulted a being of unusual size.
He,
Mavericks will put a head over the bridge and go, You don't happen to know Herman, do you? What was the roll?
It was a 7.
Maybe not.
It rolls its eye towards Calcrix and sort of squints a bit, and it seems to nod in your direction, and then rolls its eye all the way back to Yodri.
Do you drink tea or coffee?
I do have some shark jerky if you like.
It does not like shark that much, it says. It finds it rather tasteless.
That's why you have to make it into jerky, and then you add some flavour to it.
I realise, respectful being, that my friend has ignorantly insulted you. He has not meant to do so. I will attempt to give him some guidance now to focus on the actual task.
You get an image of swacking him in the back of the head with a claw.
Yeah, kind of. We're kind of in the diplomatic situation, but I promise you, I will follow up on that later. Calcrix will then sort of look down at Yodri and go, Mr. Eon over here seems to be offering us a significant challenge. I don't know if you heard him. He said that he would like to know by what right are you here. Did you see him?
Eon also speaks up and says, and have you chosen to challenge the servant of the depths below?
No, I am not challenging anyone because I do not wish to lead what I don't understand.
Oh, that wouldn't be leading. That would just be suicide, he says.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Even if there was a limited chance of winning.
Or even if you beat the person, you don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm actually trying to find out what I need to do. I do not want to challenge anyone.
But your right to being here has been challenged.
So I think this is not a challenge to you, Yodri. I think you just need to tell them by what right you are here, which would possibly be by your
To
membership.
save the world.
But by your membership, maybe?
What?
Of the crushing wave? Perhaps?
Well, I am an initiative of the crushing wave.
And Eon says, and by the right of being initiated of the crushing wave, you have been accepted into the trials. And by what right do you have to pass through the trials? To save the world is a rather vague and indistinct thing.
To restore balance that...
We do not seek balance. It is not part of the nature of the crushing wave. Balance finds itself.
To speak with the elemental lord, isn't it?
That's the reward of
That's the end goal. To speak to the elemental lord is my end goal.
Yes, but what is your right?
To be honest, I would struggle with figuring out what my right would be.
Rights to
What makes
What?
Yodri worthy to continue on this quest?
The right of freedom.
You're already free. You can leave whenever you wish.
Yes, but the freedom of others.
Again, that is rather indistinct and has no bearing on whether you die or
Okay.
not.
To prevent the tyranny of the master who will actually affect the freedom of others.
And how will getting through here help the master or hinder the master?
If the elementals can be placated and returned
To their
to their
duties.
previous status would hinder.
Yes, but that seems like a different goal to what you just asked, he says. The elemental lords themselves have a completely different, as does the elder titans, also have different effects on this world. You're asking specifically about affecting the master, and we're asking how does meeting this challenge affect the master, and you've answered by affecting a different being other than the master.
I hate politics.
Most people do, he says. That's why he's asking you what it means to you. He does not think...
okay, what it means to me is hopefully my life will return to normal. And the world would be back.
What is normal for Yodri, he says.
No, none of this mass war. Having friends die for no apparent reason.
There are many ways to have no friends die for no apparent reason. You can kill them for a reason so they will not die for no apparent reason, but that does not solve your problem. We can send you to a time where there is no war. Again, that does not solve your particular problem.
Yeah, I don't want time traveling shenanigans. Base?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, Calcrix would look at Yodri and say, "You're worthy, my friend, in that there is worthiness in you. What do you find worthy within you that gives you right to go through these trials?" I guess that's more what this guy's asking.
You hear some applause from the water below.
I can't answer this for you, my friend, but I can tell you that within you, you know what's worthy within you that allows you. So not what you want, not what you want to achieve. You're a great water user.
Master of boats.
You're a master of boats, of sailing. You are a friend of the sea.
You became a vampire.
That did not last very long.
It was only a short time and it sucked.
You have many achievements to your name. These things do make you a worthy friend.
But I normally try to avoid all that stuff. That's the issue.
And here you're being asked what makes you worthy, not about what's your goal, not what's about what you're hoping to get out of it. Your outcome doesn't...
Okay.
Your special connection with the elemental water?
Believe in yourself and your connection to the elemental water.
My experiences in that. I have seen shit that you probably wouldn't believe.
I don't know.
Yeah, you've probably seen a bit of shit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We have seen much unbelievable feces in our time. So, would you please give me an example of why you're worthy?
Maybe an example of things that you've overcome? Maybe at the last battle?
Okay, we're going into a long spiel, and I'm going to tell it all my backstory. And basically going on the part where...
He asked you to pick one thing in particular that showcases your worthiness.
Okay. Redemption. After finding out that I had committed a serious crime to the gnomes, I was given a task to help a goblinoid, but not a goblinoid, a small child that was over 300 years old, to look after it and to return them to his rate. It took a while, but I managed to succeed in that task. And once succeeded, I got lifted the burden of the curse that the gnomes bestowed me. So I was humbled by that.
And he asks about this burden.
What do you mean by the burden?
You said a burden was lifted once you completed a task.
Oh, I was cursed. Basically, I was going to die. I was aging rapidly. I was cursed that I could never drink any pleasures of life as such. I could not. So I had to withstand that for over a year. And also the having this being with me, which also would cause into a lot of gripe too, would, if left alone, would love to pull apart anything.
And if given the option to change your past, would you stop the event in which you caused the reason for it all?
No, then I would not have learned from my actions. If I changed the past, I also changed my future.
Yeah, and he says, so it looks like you may have actually gained some wisdom in your travels.
Well, isn't that the...
He said some.
With the constant going to new places and that, learning new things, isn't that gaining wisdom?
Experience and wisdom are two different things, he says.
Experience
would know that you can cut up various things to eat. Wisdom would be knowing what things go together without making you sick.
I have gained some knowledge to start off with. But yes.
But the wisdom was not to change events that have happened in the past.
Yeah, changing events in the past will create a new future, which...
Not necessarily. Changing the past can either unwrite the future, unwrite yourself, or basically create a paradox which can wipe everything out.
Yeah, I don't want to go down the time traveling.
Most gods have forbidden those that travel in time.
I've already experienced one lot and do not want to go through it again.
Do you need a drink?
So after your explanation, everyone watching all these guys either side of the bridge just waiting and realizing that it is literally a kraken over the other side of the bridge.
It's a kraken, okay.
A kraken really is an octopus of unusual size.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did a Johnny Depp, so I didn't have my character.
I thought that was squid.
That's a mess.
They can be described as both. To be honest, there's not much difference between an octopus and a squid from certain angles.
Yeah.
And they head back into their barracks and say you can pass.
So we've only got an answer?
We've only got an answer. As Judgy talked about I
heard the start of an act of redemption, which is kind of good because I think I would struggle with the same question. So I'm glad I've got an example.
Well, he managed to meet the precepts of water and entropy. So they head back into their various barracks, leaving you on the bridge.
Good news for us. Does the water creature go for go away?
It does shrink down under the surface.
Okay, cool. Alright, so what pathways have we got left to us then?
You can still jump off the bridge. You can either go off the left side of the bridge or the right side of the bridge.
Let's not jump off the bridge.
Again,
What's another side of the bridge from the way we came?
Yeah.
on the side that you came from has the crushing wave cultists. Need help?
No, I'm just hurting, I'm burning. On
And it has a
side.
passageway to the north of the cultists and to the south of the cultists.
Okay.
Whereas looking where the reptile folk are, you can see a passage heading north, passage heading west, and what appears to be some sort of open room to the south.
Do we know what direction we've been going in? Are we going in north, south, east, or west, or?
You came in heading north northwest is how you came into this chamber.
Okay.
Okay, so
Keep going north.
keep
Alright.
going north maybe?
On the left or the right side of the bridge.
Oh, okay. I can't quite visualize the room, so I'm probably not the person to help. Does anyone have a good idea of the directions left to us?
Well, if entropy is the thing, I'd say go to the left.
Okay.
That's just.
I utterly believe you. I have no basis for believing you. You just, if you go left, I'm going to go left.
Is the Kraken still there?
No,
disappeared
he
beneath the water.
reduced underneath the
Sunk beneath the water.
underneath the water. That's what I asked, and although it would be lovely to talk to him, I think probably not the distraction we want right now.
Well, then offer a distraction. Just can ask for guidance.
Oh yeah, we could ask it for help.
I'm sure you can yell out release the Kraken. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
On that basis, Cal cooks to stick her head back over and go, hello.
We don't. What language does it speak?
I spoke to us telepathically before.
Really?
But
Okay.
most likely, given the fact that
Orin.
our
I speak Auran.
or primordial would be good.
I also speak all
I
primordial.
got primordial. Yeah, they're useful
Or if
language.
anyone's got telepathy.
But
Oh,
I also have capacity to do telepathy.
Yeah.
But I also have Calcrix's ability to talk to very large things and make friends with them and then become pen pals.
Okay, you see a big bubble appear beneath you.
A bubble appear in the water beneath,
And then pop.
and then pop. I was wondering if you'd be so kind as to maybe give us a little bit of guidance. We understand you can't do this trial for us, but I'd appreciate being if there's any hints you could give us. Also, if you want to be pen pals. I can hook you up with my friend Herman.
You see a very large tentacle come out of the water.
Oh, okay.
Does it have a pen?
No, it doesn't have a pen.
Okay.
I'm just trying to work out how to post it.
I'm just trying to decide
Is
if it's going to...
Herman a crab?
No, Herman is the avatar for the Queen of Darkness. So think octopus but above ground, which is why Calcrix is kind of like, maybe you want to talk to Herman.
Or just ask Chauvel and Zal about Herman. They had a good up-close experience as he almost got squished to jelly by it.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling that if they're staying well clear of...
Herman's the avatar, correct? That we
Yes.
saw, that the idiots decided to jump in and attack.
Yeah. And
Conan the Barbarian, jump into the pit and then fall 60 feet.
Calcrix saved them because when it came up to her on her initiative, she said to the avatar, have you ever had coffee? And the avatar said no. And it tried coffee, and Calcrix with her coffee craft rolled a natural 20, and then taught all of the priests that served the avatar of the Queen of Darkness how to make coffee with Kalkrika's coffee. And
I
then
know what you're
pen
up to, Dragon. You're going to get the world addicted to coffee.
Yeah, that's
and then
pretty
you're
much what
going
I'm
to
trying
make
to
a
do
fortune
right
on it.
now.
Rolling a 20, you gave it ambrosia, and
Yeah, pretty much. That's the deal.
Okay, so it drops a scroll on you.
Thank you very much. I will pour a little bit of coffee. I'm trying to think of how to transport coffee down to the.
is the tentacle still up?
Oh, what I'll do is I will hold out a canister thingy of brewed coffee, and offer it to the Kraken, I guess, and ask it if there is a name that I might know it by. So I don't have to call it Mr. Octopus Tentacle Thingy.
There's a pause and says, just call me the Kraken.
The Kraken. And does it take
Names are
coffee?
beneath him. You
You
find that a lot of things are beneath him, even though he's the lowest person in the room.
From this perspective, you know, like that's what's important. Further down is
with
into the depths.
absolute earnestness, like absolute no crack in the facade earnestness. Galgrix go, I'm holding the best coffee in all the realm in a canister above you. So if you would like it, you can try it.
He grabs onto it with one of its suckers.
Okay.
And slowly lowers its slim down.
That's okay. You can have it. Hopefully it doesn't hit me in the head
He does not.
after it finishes.
Remember, from the perspective of elemental water sinks. It's the depths that matter. It's not
Yeah,
not
that's
there. It's not
I will look at the scroll. Does it have anything written on it? In particular, Mr. Yodri. I can't think of his title. But his title.
It seems to be a scroll with a pen attached.
Oh, okay. Pen pals. Oh, that looks good, I guess. Is it pen pals?
We think it is.
Okay.
As some people have scrolls that you can write messages to someone else in.
okay. I was wondering how the postal service actually worked.
Generally,
sending
Drazzle
spells?
is the postal service. She just hands letters to Drazzle. They go into the
Okay.
cart, and they end up where they're supposed
You
to.
used to hand them to gnomes who'd take them on their flying vessels,
Okay.
sending explosions across the sky. Or you would pay a bunch of really horrible horsemen who would threaten to murder anything to deliver it on time. Or if you were diplomatic, you could actually ask one of the Karamikan Griffin Knights to deliver it for you, but they'd only deal in diplomatic envoys.
Okay. Multiple options there.
And unfortunately, the Ethengarians have withdrawn their mail options. The gnomes haven't been able to deliver messages since their flying city was damaged.
Unfortunately, this interaction has not ended in a idea of which direction to turn in.
But you now have a Kraken pen pal. And
I
not
do.
who else can claim to have a Kraken pen pal?
I'm not unhappy about this, but I was hoping to kind of maybe figure out or narrow down our options. In terms of the fact that we're looking for a portal, Yodri, did you want to go towards...
We need to head towards upstream.
Okay, we'll head upstream now. Let's go.
Okay, the pathway north on the western side hugs the stream.
We'll do that.
Yeah, after travelling about 60 odd feet, it passes through some ruins to the west, and then you find yourself in an open area. You have 6 tall columns of cracked and chipped red marble looming over this hall, which lies east of an underground lake. Provisions and trade goods are stacked against the walls, bundles of valuable furs and pelts, sacks of flour and meal, barrels of salted meat and ale, casks of oil and more. 3 long tables with benches are set in the middle of the room, and a large bronze gong stands on the stone quay at the lake's edge. A single torch burns in the sconce on one of the room's middle pillars. And as you enter, you see a cultist hit the gong once.
It sounds like it could be a portable area, but more like a trade area.
That was my fault.
Or it could be a storage. It could be just a storage area.
Well, there's like tradable items there, like pelts and things.
That's true.
And like we're talking expensive ones. It could be a place where you're offering things. If it is a portal, it could be where they send things through somewhere. Do we know what kind of portal they're for?
You do not, because that's part of the challenge. Others have told you exactly what to expect. These guys have given you a lot of different instructions, but not as what to do.
Yodri, do you want to approach the gong belting acolyte? Is it an acolyte? Or cultist? Cultist.
Yeah.
Okay, you stand before him. He looks up at you.
Give the water sign
You give the water sign.
and say greetings.
He returns the greetings by hitting you on the helmet with his gong.
Well, the Kraken asked for that.
Yeah,
to occur.
Calcrix is going to lean over to Zal, who's probably next to her, and go, I think the Kraken talked to the guy.
I didn't quite catch what was whispered.
I believe the Kraken suggested that to the guy.
So the Kraken, when Calcrix was talking to the Kraken sent Calcrix a vision of her using a claw to knock Yodri in the head.
Yodri,
So as the cultist bonks Yodri over the helm with his gong handle, Calcrix whispers to you, I think the Kraken left a message for this guy to follow through on the bonk to the head.
Zal nods sagely in agreement.
Right, somebody's gonna go. So, how was the trial? Bloody headache.
Yeah.
You needed it like a hole in the head.
There's 6
Just got this
columns.
ringing in my ears.
You said there were 6 marble columns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Red marble.
Red.
Mhm.
Red marble columns. Okay. And then piles of stuff and a key.
There is. And Yodri is taller than the cultist.
Taller than the cultist.
Because the cultist looked up to him.
Does that mean the cultist is like a gnome or something? Or just
Yep.
tiny? Oh, a gnome.
And gnomes into trade and such.
They are,
What would gnomes have to do with this?
but not specifically.
Okay.
Just know the gnomes for the gnomish bank, that's all.
The gnomish bank is always interesting.
Is this...
And just be careful you don't sign up with their pyramid scheme.
No, don't want to sign up to that.
is this
Or their Ponzi scheme.
So she asks Yodri, what do you bring?
I have some shark jerky, but it seems that a lot of people don't like it.
Calcrix will shove a cookie into your hand.
And is that your final gift? She says.
Calcrix pushes the cookie towards
Yeah,
your hand.
No, I have a cookie here and also some coffee.
And she then reiterates, so this shark jerky, Regifted regifted cookie, and coffee is your final gift.
It doesn't seem much, does it?
No. Do you have a bag
Okay.
of
It's
I will pull out a.
trying to go through
resplendent gown.
with all the gnomish stuff.
What sort of gown?
What?
A very pretty, flowing gown
Okay.
as an offering.
She looks at you and says, "Why are you offering a gift in his place?"
We have come here in support of him, and so I am acting in support.
And she turns to Yodri. Does this person speak for you?
Yes. We all speak for you.
They are assisting my quest.
Then what is your offer? She says.
I feel like the answer yes would possibly have been wrong, but also right.
She hits the gong after she says that and says, "This is your last negotiation."
Well, we are assisting you, so I don't see why we can't offer things as well.
Maybe it's more significant when it comes from Yodri.
Well, that's true. Do you have anything amongst your gear that would be appropriate to
And
this
Yodri
quest?
has not mentioned that other people can speak on his behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yodri
Well,
has to say that we can speak on your
Yeah.
behalf.
Yes, they can speak on my behalf as well. Since we are all doing the same quest.
I can't think of anything that would be of any interest to water cultists.
Yeah, if you're talking about water cultists, you'd be looking at things that represent,
Change.
water
Or adversary through change.
adversity through change. Well, the cookie probably applies in the sense that it provides healing for people who have gone through fighting.
Also takes a lot of work to prepare.
Yep,
It's
it
not
does.
just cut and serve.
It does.
I can't remember what some of my magic items do anymore.
I'm slowly getting them updated.
I was going to say,
But
where
that's
did your cloak robe come from?
Just annoyed that no
the
one
one
liked
that,
my bloody shark jerky that I prepared
my book
myself.
away with your name
That's
in it.
alright.
Well, you don't know because you didn't say that was your final offer. You could go if that's your final offer, if that is what you wish. They didn't say it was not enough, they didn't say it was too much, they
What-
didn't
what
say
would
it
you
was
like?
insufficient.
What would you like? What do you seek? What do you desire?
I don't know if it works that way, but it's a good question.
She does look to you and says, that is not the test.
Oh.
Actually, no, I will go with the shark jerky because I actually made it with my own hands. I had to get the bloody shark. I had to actually get all the bits and pieces to make the damn thing. So I actually had to do some work for it. And it actually does, it is attached to me.
Okay, so she says done and hits the gong for the third time. And you see the lake behind her start to rise up. As a head almost as big as Calcrick starts coming out of the water.
Yeah, at least it's only almost as big as Calcrix. Could be much bigger than Calcrix.
Well, the head is.
Yeah, no, I know, you're just talking the head.
You recognize it as a dragon turtle.
Oh. Interesting.
Don't those things have a nasty temper?
Yep. And she walks off going, explain your offering.
Ooh.
And she gestures for everyone else to leave Yodri on the next to the gong to do the explanation.
You just did the explanation. You just did.
No,
But it's not her who the offering goes to.
Okay.
Yeah, no. When she was talking about an offering, I knew it was an offering to something, but I didn't know what.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
She usually offers something that they want, though.
No, I think when you're making an offering, particularly to a being or a deity, it has to be something that is of meaning between you and that deity.
Yeah. It's also a bargain deal.
It is.
Yeah.
And in most cases, it's all about the meaning, not the gift or the end result. So, you now find yourself body to snout against a dragon turtle that could quite easily eat you and the gong in one bite.
Yep.
And you can feel its breath, and you even see the fact that just one of its horns is longer than Calcrick's.
So it's quite large.
Yeah, it's quite old.
You know what Calcrix is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Not one pen powder to
It sort of looks over at Calcrix, and you can just see it wink quickly. And then it looks back at Yodri.
Greetings, your maleficence. I offered you a humble gift of my shark jerky that I actually made myself.
And I'm going to give you a performance roll on this one.
I'm actually fairly good at that.
He is. That's why I picked it.
I was gonna say,
The previous ones you managed to talk yourself into trouble, so I'll let you keep going.
Yep, a 19. That was a okay roll.
Okay,
hopefully it's a pass.
he accepts your offering and in the spirit in which you gave it. He finds you worthy to continue. You may cross the lake. As he is the last protector to the depths below.
I see, so now we need to head below.
Down.
Graciously bow.
And you can see now that the turtle has moved that there is an actual dock on the other side of the lake. The light only lights up after he starts to go below.
Is there is all of these pelts and things offerings and things?
All these.
Pelts and things, they're offerings? Yeah.
But the halfling is still there.
Calcrix is gonna take out a couple of the azure gemstones that look most like the colour of the sea and leave one of those in with the rest of the offerings before she walks on.
Okay. In response, the gnome hands you a pouch
Oh,
as a thank you.
Calcrix will look quizzically at the moment and say, my offering was not meant in a nature of receiving something in return.
The gods demand it, she says.
Thank you.
So, still have the gown, so it will be placed down next to them as well. Meant as part of the offering.
It's a dragon turtle, it's still a dragon, you leave it present.
Yeah, and you show some respect, so...
Okay. The gnome also hands you a pouch and says thank you.
Politely and back away.
Does anyone else want to make an offering
Broke.
before we pass through?
I'm broke. Give one of my many magic items, the better I could do.
You could even give as much as just a copper coin, as long as there's meaning behind it, as in you just want to show respect. The gift does not matter to a dragon, it's just that you want to show respect by giving it.
I'll give the dragon one of my like leather pouches or bookmarks that I make in my downtime.
The gnome also thanks you and hands you a pouch.
Okay.
If I got.
I give them one of my magic beans. I've got 6 left. I've never used them. Might as well give one away.
I believe you plant it to create an effect.
You got to plant it to create effect. It
was
it's not
gonna say-
planted yet, but they can plant it if they really wish.
You might end up with it appearing back in your trove later.
No, whether they plant, eat, or do whatever with it, it doesn't get reappeared.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's one use. Once it's planted, it's gone.
Well, once it's pulled out, it can't be pulled back in. She gives you a little bag as well.
Okay.
I go down.
Oh. Okay, that is weird. Why the hell have I got glass slippers?
Because of course you've just got to go to the ball.
I think I also heard Josh in there as well.
And what did Josh say?
I was going to offer it. So Cheval has tentatively been storing these away from like all the party members, but Cheval is offering the collected marshmallows that people have been trying to roast over Cheval's head. That she's been yoinking off sticks since day dot.
And when you pull it out, you hear it. Death to the infidel.
Yes. But Cheval will offer it as a symbol of
Rainbow coloured
connection and friendship to the party.
How long?
And you were also handed a little pouch.
Ooh, little pouch.
Okay, and then she points to a little raft that is tied to near the gong. It wasn't there a moment ago.
Is it so little that Calbrix needs to reduce?
It is little enough that you'd need to reduce.
Okay.
So you could literally sprawl on it and be happy. No one else would be able to get on it at the same time.
Yeah. I'll have to change size as appropriate to the raft.
Okay, I guess. Yodri, would you like to lead the way?
That's foolish, Carl. Lead the way.
Does he stand on the very end of the raft with that heroic pose and go to infinity and beyond?
To infinity.
No, I'm going to be steering the bloody thing. I'm not going to be doing a stupid captain pose and going, yes, I'm important, my underlings can do the work.
Do you perform a song while doing so?
But to say someone better.
Oh,
Like, if you don't,
you've
I
got to
will.
sing.
Okay,
Roll
yes,
the
I'll
boatman.
start singing a halfling sea shanty.
Give me a performance roll.
I was going to say, I will join you.
I wanted to stare into the depths of the water, but
You can stand to the depths of the water. He doesn't step out.
Let's say 29.
Okay, he brings out a rather interesting halfling song about eating those less worthy.
I'll still happily join in.
And from most halfling pirates' perception, everyone's less worthy. But it does have a good beat to it.
Oh, it's going to seem like a pirate's life hero or something like that, but...
I couldn't join along in the sea shanty. I like me a good shanty. Cannibalistic or otherwise.
Okay, and tying up at the wharf on the other side, you enter through a door and find yourself in a room with a large set of stairs heading down. Above the stairs, you see what looks like carved depictions of dwarven merchants leading a train of lizards through an immense cavern.
I don't know what this has to do with water.
So knowledge check we can do on that?
I was going to say,
You can do a knowledge check on that.
is it knowledge or culture for me?
You could do a culture check on that.
'Cause I was going to say, for me, it'd probably be more like culture.
I'm just curious what would be applicable here.
Well, technically, you could do a taste test on that if you wanted to, but I'll let you do whichever test you think you want to do.
I know everything. Natural 20, do I bother adding culture to it, or?
You can. We can, give you that stupendous roll.
I'll do one on base law, I guess.
Okay.
What the lizards and...
Can I try history? That's the best I can think of. 20.
Is anything like this mentioned in the book?
It was not. So, from Anton's perspective, he's looking at this. There's nothing here that rings any bells from anything
Okay.
you've learned.
Completely wrong track. Okay.
25.
From a beast law, you can recognize it as lizards that can stick to any surface. They're very, so no matter which side is up, they can always walk across it. They can even walk completely upside down.
Do I know what they're called?
They're just the underground lizards that most wolves still use today.
So I had my stat sheet with me like 2 seconds ago. Now I cannot find my stat sheet.
I can always say it'll be the last page you look at.
It is going to be what, but it was just here, like, maybe.
Maybe it is
Oh,
just
here.
there.
Okay. Right. Sorry, so what? I mean, culture. I don't have proficiency in it. So that would just be wisdom?
Probably wisdom.
So it'd be 24.
Okay, so looking at it from your perspective, you would think that this would definitely be leading down to somewhere important. It would not be, it seems to be a departure point from everything else you're seeing. Everything else is being more of a living area. And this seems to be a departure point.
So is this where I say, I can confidently say, we are going in the right direction?
And as you say that, you see a creature appear out of the darkness. Just now got to see if I have an equivalent name in here. Not that one. This one. Oh.
I was going to say that one looks like the one with all the spells.
So, it appears, and I won't describe it just yet. You just hear it ask, what do you serve?
What do you serve?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very interesting question. Truth, justice, and not the American way?
I believe it's directed at Yodri,
Yeah.
as Yodri is your reason for being here.
What do I serve? That is a question everyone wants to know.
It's not who, and it's not why, it's what. What do you serve? My question, my only thought would be gods, maybe? Particularly in this world? Because even if you don't intend it, you end up serving a god. Are gods a who or a what?
Gods are who?
Okay, so that would not be the answer.
Ooh.
My basic need to survive.
Do you believe it is in the philosophy of the crushing wave?
Yeah, it'd have to be.
So if we do in the believing of the crushing wave, that's more of freedom and for us to make our own decision.
But you don't serve freedom.
No.
That's the
Freedom-
freedom is a result.
freedom-
Not who you
Yeah,
serve.
freedom is a result. Serving, honestly, you wouldn't. To be free, wouldn't you be basically not serving anyone?
You would serve only yourself.
No, even.
The entire cult serves people.
Does it?
Yes.
Does.
So
you cannot be a
be-
cult without being in service to something.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't be in service to one thing.
Well,
You be. This is a philosophical question, which
I was
I'm
gonna
not really good at.
would this be the elemental?
It could be.
Because the cult serves like the elemental lord, right?
It does.
Although I don't know if the elemental lord is a what, but I'm guessing an element is more of a what than a who.
Mm-hmm. An element is a what?
So would it be the elemental lord for water?
But that's up to Yodri.
Yeah, that's up to Yodri, but Zanira's.
It is a good option.
It's a good theory that that's the answer.
Although I think the answer's got to be matter to Yodri.
Well, we're talking about what within the
Elemental
cult of the
cult.
crushing wave
Is
philosophy would
Basically,
that be?
the element of water in that, which is
The elemental
what's
lord
made of,
of crushing wave.
which is what
Does it
Yodri
have
does follow.
Does it have an A?
It doesn't give a name. All it said is, what do you serve?
No. Does the elemental lord of the crushing wave have a name?
Well, there's the water primal titan.
It's not the Primal Titan. It is Water Alamaster is the actual name of the Immortal.
Yeah. So.
That's who you're seeking to get a question from, or a series of questions.
But that's who the cult serve. So could be a worthwhile answer to try.
There are many things you could use in a similar vein. So what does your Yodri pick as the answer that meets the cult the best?
Because they're going for the. Problem is, I actually do not know the Water
I'm
Lord
calling it a
himself.
party bag.
You could see if you can remember.
What is your party bags?
You could do a roll to see if you remember. That's what other players have done.
And I had said Water Alamaster is the
Okay,
playthrough
well,
of them all. And we've also had people mention that a god may be a who instead of a what.
Whereas an element may be a what. So,
It could be a principle too. Is another thing.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I did say that freedom is more of an outcome instead of
Yeah.
a what.
Which is why I was saying if all cultists serve someone, then that someone would be the elemental lord. And Mark was saying that was
Water Alamaster.
Alamaster. If I got that right?
It's Water Alamaster.
Water Alamaster, yeah.
One being in this cult will be serve the water element.
Another option.
The elementalist, the water elementas. Was it the element?
Ali Master.
Another option, Yodri, may be if you believe freedom is what it's about and you serve yourself, then what do you serve? You serve nobody. And you serve nothing.
The problem is that is a lie because I also do serve the lady below.
Okay.
And so yes, the using you did actually give the answer multiple times in there.
Yeah.
I was just trying not to force it out of you. So the next thing it says, it does agree with your answer. So water or the water Ellie Master both would have been appropriate answers, as would crushing wave.
Yeah, that's a straightforward one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next thing it says, "What are you?" And amusingly, multiple people have given answers that would suffice.
What
Member
are
of
you?
the
What are
Crushing
you?
Wave?
What are you?
Okay.
No one gave that as an answer until now.
No, I was going from the crushing wave would have been an answer for what do you serve?
I am myself.
It seems displeased with that answer.
I am still learning.
You are free?
I am. Yep.
An agent?
It does turn to look at Anton,
Great.
as you had answered it previously.
Okay.
You've got to remember back for when you were doing the like Earth.
Well, no, I think he's referring to what I was saying before about
Being nothing.
Yeah.
Being nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
a
then
thought.
one that I think
Right.
Yodri will like, it says, "What lies below?"
Oh. Okay. This is Yodri's fun because I would go. The lady.
It says the answer is acceptable, even if incorrect.
What does lie below?
the
Alfred wants to know.
The depths.
And as you seem to have actually achieved your test, you find yourself back at Norvik, and next session you can have ready the questions you want to ask the 4 elemental lords.
Oh wow.
And this one was a lot harder on you because it required Yodri to answer a lot.
The question we want to ask the 4 elemental lords is going to be
Yeah, I've been
a tough
racking my
one to
brains.
figure out.
I've been racking my brains about that one. I don't have any ideas on that.
Well, the ultimate goal is to get the
How do
primal
we?
titans to return to their duties, for lack of a better word.
Well, the primal titans to allow the world to return to more natural order.
How do we
Yeah.
calm them? But I got to admit, personally, I feel a lot of sympathy for them in primal. They've been exploited for thousands of years.
And the primal titans are the children of the elemental
Yeah,
lords.
well, seriously. Been exploited for thousands of years. They wake up, they're not happy about it. I would be too.
Yeah, no, I absolutely get
Who
that.
wouldn't be happy with waking up and going, look, someone's been screwing you over for many
Yeah,
years.
someone's been draining me for thousands of years. Right, okay. Someone's got to pay.
That's where you wake up not feeling rested, and you're like, why aren't I rested? Only to find that somebody else has been
Parasiting your power.
parasiting all your energy off you. You just be like, to paraphrase Meatloaf, I want my energy back.
And you have managed to get through it just on 10:30. You timed that quite well.
Yep.
Did anyone want to add anything before you reappear back in Norvik and we go to win credits?
I want to look in my pouch.
That's what I wanted to look in my party bag.
So each of you have been given 1,000 gold pieces worth of sapphires.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Well, I'm now rich. I was broke before.
Well, there you go. Whereas Catholics is just it's pretty sapphires.
Whereas anyone who didn't show respect would have been eaten by the dragon turtle.
Oh well, it's a good thing we all showed respect. In the end, Catholics will put it down to
Dragon etiquette.
pardon.
Dragon etiquette.
Yeah, that's it.
And people reminding people that it is a thing.
Yeah, she knows it.
Well, some of us are actually broke. Sounds like I need to I can use these sapphires when I have to give them. If I have to give gifts, I'll give the sapphires away.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not a
It would be
bad
at
idea.
least 100 of the sapphires adding up to 1,000. So
Well,
each
well,
would be 100 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Then each would be 10 gold if it's 100 of them. Didn't want to suddenly give you 10,000 gold. Okay, go there, Chris.
Sounds fun.